Shut up and sit down.
Go. Yeah, that really went well. Let's actually put the Friday Frolic overlay on as well, eh?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, so bear with me, folks. It's just obviously we've both had a few texts tonight. And,
had a few technical difficulties.
There you go. Look at that. As quickly as that, it's mysteriously and magically gone.
I saw no incorrect banner there at all. It was right all the way along.
Absolutely. I've just got to pop out the chat. So apologies, folks. But we're a little bit...
Do you want me to start off?
Yeah, if you could, mate.
Yeah, welcome everybody. It is the Friday Frolic. It's that time of the week when Colin and I sit down and just talk nonsense for a couple of 3 hours. As always, this is a show for Festa 67's workshop. It's on his channel. That's why you're watching it. And he's my good mate, so you want to look after him. So before we get to all the good stuff, don't forget, of course, to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to help support Festa, because he's a lovely chap and you want to keep him making content, become a patron or a channel member. Go to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, address down there. Become a patron and give him money, and he can buy food and clothes, and he won't be an orphan anymore. And it'd be brilliant. He not have to live in the orphanage. Or click the join button underneath his video content and become a channel member and support him that way, because he hates the orphanage. He doesn't even like porridge.
No, so, it is, I'm standing there with my porridge bowl. Please, can I have some more?
Can I have some more? Yeah, and he develops lateral this. Please, sir, can I have some more? So look after your Festa. Just remember, Festa's not just for Christmas; it's for life. So do consider becoming a patron or a channel member, because Lord knows it keeps him off the street corners, and you don't want people accidentally paying him a 50 quid note and getting what they get for 50 quid from Festa.
Yeah,
it's not
otherwise yacht pants come out, and we all know how bad that ends up for me.
It's not good at all. But yes, thank you for joining us, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Cheers for that, dude. So we both had a last minute reboot. We've both had a last minute router boot. You had USB issues, so it's been a strange little evening, but hopefully we stay live. I've rebooted my home router again because we had an update during the week and it's been a little bit intermittent every day. So
I mean, it would have been par for the course for the week I've had for it to all have gone horribly wrong, but thankfully we're on.
But anyway, let's greet the chat and see who we've got in. We've got first in. See what I did there. LWM modelling. Firstly, I could pose one of those annoying first comments, but even though I am first, I'm not going to say I'm first. Was you first in there, LWM, perchance, mate?
That's a lot. That's very meta. That's very meta.
Bobbin says, I imagine Fox has a very full swear jar this week. Yeah, you've had a good week, haven't you, geese?
I've had a fantastic week.
James is in, says, evening, morning, Colin Fox, all in chat. How you doing, mate? Love to you, Shania and Alicia, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Dolcosaurus is in, says, hello, Colin Fox and people's in chat then. Hello, William, how you doing, mate?
Hello, Dolcosaurus. Dorcularity.
God himself has graced us with his presence. PJ Lewis is in.
Oh.
He says, morning, Colin Fox, Fox's Gremlins and everybody in chat. Hello, PJ, mate. I hope you're keeping all right, mate, and I hope that you're all right in yourself. You know what I mean, mate.
Peach is in.
Doc says hi to Peach, as does James. Jeff Light is in, says hi, Cole Fox and everyone in the chat. Hello, mate.
Jeff.
How you doing? Can you let us know that A&V's coming through all right as well, folks? Docs is smiling. He's fixed it. Love to Maggie as well. Apologies, Maggie. I don't think I greeted you, so big double hugs to Maggie.
You're a bad man.
Jake is in, says hi, Colin Fox, Docs, Lewis and James. Everyone's saying hello to each other there. Altered Railway, a.k.a. Jake's retracted a message. Message retraction is an option.
We'll never know what it said. We'll never know.
Everyone's saying hello to Dorka and each other there. So there you go, folks. PJ says audio and video is 5x5, as does Jeff. Thank you for that, folks, because I've not had I've not had a chance since the reboot to quickly go in and check all my mic settings, so I just thought I would ask.
I take it you can still hear me. I had another ping from my USB notification?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Believe you me, mate. Trust me, Fox. I would tell you if I couldn't hear you, he says, not very convincingly.
Yeah, something's going on, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go. If we, like I say, if we do a full stream, we do a full stream. But if it keeps dropping out or we keep having tech issues, then we'll do an early one. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yes.
What am I doing? I hear you ask. I will tell
What
you
are
as
you
soon
doing?
as soon as I've asked Fox how my mum is, because I don't really care how he is. I'm not gonna
No, he
lie.
doesn't care about me. He doesn't care. I'm not even relevant to his interests.
No, when it comes to being all right, my priority will always be Mama Wolf.
Yes.
And he
She's
needs
fine.
to accept his place in the world and suck it
I
up.
accept my place nowhere. My place is nowhere.
All right.
Mama Wolf is fine.
Bless.
She's gone to bed.
And if it makes you feel better, how are you as well, dear?
I'm all right.
If you're not. See what I did.
Was that too much information?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was,
Giving too
wasn't
much detail there.
Space Rangers in, says hi, Colin Fox, and good day all. How you doing,
Hello,
mate?
hello.
Hope you keep it all right, mate. What are you up to tonight, dear?
Well, I'll tell them.
Pinch my finger once more with my nippers, I'm going to go mad. I keep pinching the same bit of my finger. See it?
Is it in the bit, not the blades, but the bit in the middle?
Yeah, there. Every time I'm using them, bang, it's pinching me.
That's what I do. I do that
Things.
now. It's because we've got fat, floppy, bingo wing fingers. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's because I've got old fat man fingers, ain't I? Yeah,
Yes,
there you go.
I must have as well because I do it all the time.
Yeah, same
tonight,
spot.
Tonight, shut up, USB device not recognised. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
He's getting this pop-up going up all over his screen with USB device, and it's like...
Yes. Right, let me unplug the microphone for 1 sec. Hang on.
Yeah, I can still hear him. Well, can't now because he unplugged his microphone, but yeah, it's been quite funny in the build-up to the stream. It's like, damn it, damn it.
I just keep hearing diddle-a-ding, ding, diddling. It's doing it again.
Yeah.
I'll just ignore it and it'll go away.
Yeah.
Tonight I will be starting to paint my Skaven. I got the Skaven Vanguard set, which is 20 clan rats, 3 storm fiends, which are these big chunking dudes.
Yeah.
And it's getting on my nerves. And this big cannon thing. So I'll start to paint these guys. It's in my ear. I can hear it.
Oh dear. Could you not turn off the system warnings?
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Yeah, you see the sound settings. You can disable the annoying ding-a-ling, diddle-a-ling. But anyway, I'm not going to mock you, mate, because mass mockage in here, and I wouldn't encourage my chat to mock you either, because
No. I'll just sit here developing Dreyfus's Twitch. Diddling.
Yeah.
So yes, tonight I'll be painting my Skaven, my little ratty dudes. I've always wanted to do Skaven.
Yeah.
And so I've got some Skaven little rats.
Absolutely. Would you be painting them with dinge by any point? Any chance? See what I did? Yeah.
I may well be doing some Skaven black dinge.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Because that's a Skaven colour. I see what we did there. And also some rat skin, which is a colour.
Nice. I will be dechroming via more bits of the frame because it's that. Look at. I mean, come on, look. It's horrible, isn't it? Look at it. It's supposed to be aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah, it's like, really.
I mean, it's passable aluminium. It's just not great aluminium.
No, so this will be an instant removal job because you can imagine this is really going to be resilient against oven bright. So, yeah. So, how's your PC going?
It's doing my absolute bean in. It's constantly in my ear. Connections now.
See, he went quiet, and I thought it's doing it again. It's like a machine gun going off in his ear.
It's the USB connect and disconnect sound constantly in my ear. It's like,
you got a loose connection there, mate. Do you think?
I don't know. I'm just
You've
checking.
got a spare. You've got another port that you can plug it into in the hope that will rejig
I've got
it.
so many things plugged in via USB. I don't know which thing it is. It could be the keyboard or the mouse or the. Oi, hang on. Let me go around the back. You carry on. I'll just be fiddling around the back.
I'm just killing time, mate. I'm just like I say. I'm just dipping the. I'm doing. What one am I actually building? I've just put the Suzuki RGB on screws next to me. That's that one. I'm now doing the NSR 500 from 1999. So I'm going to be dipping bits of frame and then just cutting bits of sprues and getting it all prepped, because I've printed so many of these out now that each build I do's got its own one now, so I can mass produce or mass spray everything next week. So that's the theory, folks. However, the reality might be something different. We don't know yet, so we'll have a go anyway.
To live with this now.
Locally, yeah, it's just one of them, mate.
How do I turn these notifications off? Let's do that then.
It's in the system settings. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it is, mate. Let's just have a look, see if I can find it on my system. Sounds, right. Go into sounds. Sound scheme, no sounds, modified. You've got a scroll down box that's got system notifications in it, and you can just switch it off, mate.
I don't even know where you are.
Yeah. Where is it? I'm just looking for it. Yeah, it's basically right-click the speaker on the bottom corner in your system tray, and it'll give you sounds, and then you've got program events, and you've got a selection box there, and it's in there, buried in there, mate.
Okay. Open sound settings.
Yeah, it's one of them where you can toggle it and just think. I have literally no system sound switched on, so I just uncheck the whole box, and I don't get any notifications sound-wise from the system.
I'm not seeing any settings.
Because it drives me nuts. So, right, let's grab me bits. That sounded wrong, didn't it? Not
steady now.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Easy now.
Right. Trying to do this so that I don't keep knocking stuff over. So, a little bit unorganised tonight. So let's put them over there. There you go. That weren't half cold, was it? Pilch.
Must have stopped. All right.
What's that? Is it gone now? Is it the error?
I didn't do anything, but it seems to have stopped. So
there you go.
I'll just walk away quietly and pretend nothing happened.
There you go. It'll all come good in the end.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we've got a pairing to do. No, that's all right. Don't worry about it, mate. It is what it is. Everyone's saying hello to Space Rangers. Fox, PJ says, messing about with electrical wiring, that can be good. I sense tears in the near future. Yeah, I suspect lightning bolt noises will be had, and
quite possibly
he'll be fried within a minute of his life. Yeah.
Yes. There's probably just like something connected somewhere USB, and it's either not in properly or it's
yeah, it sounds like a classic USB connection problems. I randomly or routinely go round and just give them a tweak with a set of pliers every now and then, just to
oh no, it started again. Never mind.
Just to tighten them up a bit, but
yes, I think I'll just have to go around later and just make sure everything's connected.
Yeah, but
I shall just do my best to ignore it. It's clearly not the microphone or the camera, so...
No, you've not disappeared on me yet, so... No. But yeah, on mine, I just have the checkbox, Windows Startup Sound, the sound scheme, I've got no sounds checked under there. So you don't get anything. So, yeah, I don't get any reminders, default cricket or beeps or anything like that.
I don't even know.
Yeah, because what you've got under there is you've got like your device connect and disconnect. It plays a little jingle. None of that's enabled, mate.
Yeah, I don't actually know where you are. So.
Let's do a screenshot and show you.
Manage sound devices.
Right-click the speaker, Fox.
Yep. So look now, that's what I did. And I had.
Yeah, and then select sounds.
Sounds. There we go.
Yeah, it's really and it's in there. Just turn it all off where it says sound scheme. Just click the little combo box.
Sound scheme. There we go. No sounds.
Yeah. And it should, in theory, get rid of it because I don't have it enabled. So.
It's like It's like the classic thing of taking the car to the mechanic and saying, "Listen, the engine's making a bad noise. I turned the stereo up all the way, but I can still hear it."
Yeah.
Yes, that has thankfully muted the.
Yeah. So it's that simple, dear. See?
Yeah, that's clearly fixed the problem, obviously.
Yeah, well, it stops you getting the annoying sound in the ear that you're flapping your lip about, doesn't it? So,
yes. It really was like doing beating. Right, let's crack on, shall we?
yeah, it wasn't distracting him, it was just distracting us. Yeah. Space Ranger says, yeah, Fox, don't put your tongue in the socket. Damn it, don't tell him that. I wanted him to do that.
Blah.
Here you go.
My rat dudes.
Oh, yeah, is this part of the new army you built then, yeah?
No, I've always wanted to do Skaven. I never got around to it, so I thought I'd grab some Skaven. So I thought I'd give them a go and get them painted up. A lot of people paint them as kind of skin colour with bits of fur, but they're like rats, which are furry. So I'm going to do them as actual fur.
Oh, right. A bit like the ratty bloke off of the Turtles cartoon program, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Most people like just paint them like the skin colour and then these tufts of fur, but as far as I'm concerned, the feet and the muzzle should be the skin colour bits, and the tail and the rest should be fur coloured. So
yeah, I'm going to paint them all interesting little build for you.
Yeah, just do them all different brown colours to start with. Yeah. So which motorbike is this you're fettling with?
Honda NSR 500.
That sounds good.
This is Rossi's. I'm doing this is the Nastro Azzurro variant. So it's basically father, son, and stepbrother's bikes all going as a trio. So
multi-generation build.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I might as well get them all built, ready, and then I can have a mass painting session this week. I've been wanting to do it for a couple of weeks now, so
yeah.
So I've got the car primed, I've got the tank primed, so I can get the rest of the Merc done, and then all go together on one of these Friday shows, and then I can get the bikes all primed and ready then, and then they can all go and get finished.
That's the thing, isn't it? When you're going to be doing airbrushing and stuff, you may as well do a big batch.
Yeah, I like to have.
It's so rare that I do them.
Yeah. Normally, if I'm digging the spray booth out, because it lives basically in the cupboard next to me, and I then drop it just underneath the E-Models thing there.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing that, it's taking up the bench anyway. So I just think, well, I might as well have a full couple of days spraying and get as much primed and painted as I can in them 2 days. So I like to have a batch of different builds on the go. Some will be primed, some will have top colours going on, some will be getting clear coated. It's like a little production line, you know?
Yeah. For me, it's such a hassle to get the damn spray booth out that it's like, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to try and paint multiple things at once, just for that reason.
That's it, because I don't have it set up permanently, because obviously space. Space, the final frontier.
Space. What about space? Space. Hey, lady. Space.
So, yeah. That's the intention. It might mean pre-planning, and we all know how that works for me.
Oh, don't even start thinking about things like that. You know what happens when you pre-plan.
Yeah. So, right. Let's see how the frame went. That should be well done by now.
Do you know what's in my head right now? Do you know what tune's stuck in my head?
What's that?
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Oh, lovely.
The USB connection noise.
Yeah. Right, so that's that one. Let's get me other bad boys out.
I'm going to try and vary these browns a bit, and I've got no idea what brown I just used on him.
Various shades of brown.
What was that one? So I'm just going to try and do like a few this brown, a few that brown, because they don't want to be the same colour.
No. 50 shades of brown. See what I did?
It's steady now. Sounds like a good night out with a curry and a beer.
That does, doesn't it? That sounds like a not pants night, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this off of here.
Oh, put it on a grippy thingy spoon.
Because I don't like the kit aluminium effect.
No.
It never works, because the minute you cut stuff off the sprues, you're getting rid of it anyway, so...
The thing with Tamiya, is it actually, like, plated, or is it just silver colour plastic? Because they do both, don't they?
No, it's plated, because it goes white Fox. Hence why I'm getting it off with Oven Bright.
Right. No.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was the plated stuff.
No, it's literally, yeah. So it comes off immediately like that.
Immédiatement. It's very impressive.
So, yeah. Literally just, it just eats it. It's like, yeah.
Eats it for breakfast.
All day long, mate. So, folks, bench belly, beverage, and biscuits, because, yeah, I've been massively distracted with USB noises and things like that. So, what's in the bench? What's in the belly? What is your beverage of choice? And what if you're having bickies? What bickies have you got? Because it's all about knowing what your biscuits are and stuff. You know, it's massively important to us.
See, we've only got a limited selection downstairs. We've got hobnobs and chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah.
We've got chocolate digestives, and then there's the rubbish plain ones that Mama Wolf likes.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those.
No, they don't count as biscuitness, do they?
Nice biscuits. They're not nice, and they're hardly biscuits.
Yeah.
Nice biscuits. I don't know. Old people's biscuits.
Yeah, you'll be on the Werthers next, mate.
No.
Yeah, you know when things are changing because you start lingering in front of packets of Fisherman's Friend. It's like,
oh dear.
Yeah, the minute you start yearning for them sort of sweets, you know you're officially going to the beige counter in Burton's.
Or just going to Burton's is bad enough.
Yeah,
the beige counter.
It's like,
that's all of Burton's.
At what age does beige kick in? You know, because you see some people, don't you, head to toe in beige. It's like, what's that all about?
I'm not actually looking at my beige IBM Model M keyboard at all right now.
Tasha is in saying hello, Tasha. How you doing, love? Lovely to see you.
Hello.
PJ says, in anticipation of the question that's not yet, but yeah, give us a chance, PJ. My world does not evolve around you, sir. Belly, chili and chips, bench 1/9 MFH, Bruff Superior, beverage Beaujolais, biscuit, earlier mint club. God, he's so needy, isn't he? Bless him.
I know. Mint club. So needy.
Yeah. Bless him. Right, let's just pop on there. Bobbin says, belly, cheese and toast. I'm lazy. Bench to be a Sky Raider in primer, biscuits, granola, cookies. Happy days. Jeff says he's been having some issues with a wayward washing machine. Yeah, colour it up and use it for welding, mate. You won't get in trouble from Maggie for doing that, mate.
Wayward washing machine. It was going down the M56 the wrong way.
Yeah. The reason why your mouse is doing that, Cole, is because you've got it hanging there from a jolty angle because you knocked it off your bench, you belt. There you go. Oh, we're having a good night, us two, tonight, aren't we?
I tell you what, it's amazing how well my system runs when I can't hear it complaining about something's not working.
I still say the best one I did, I was sat here one night in the hangout and I was cutting stuff off of sprues and my headphone wire laid across the sprue and I was cutting the stuff off, and you know where this is going, don't you? And I then proceeded to wonder why no one was responding to me in the hangout and I couldn't hear them. I'd cut through the headphone wire. Yeah. Lesson was learned.
Yeah. Troubleshoot that.
Yeah. It's like, okay, that went well. I did solder them back together and got some form of signal, but it just, it was a bit crappy.
I planned for that. I meant to do that. That was part of the plan.
So they're now upstairs, and they get connected to the iPad when I'm up there, but yeah. It's one of my better ones, that was.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Don't be like Festa. Don't cut your own headphone wire. At the time, I was like, really? What else is going to go wrong for me today as I fell off my chair? You know what I mean?
And then he went under the cupboard and hilarity ensued.
Yeah.
As is always the way.
It still gets mentioned, that one. It is up there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's Andy
It's not being forgotten any time soon, buddy.
No, I thought the internet might forget that, but no, the internet never forgets.
How charming that you thought the internet would forget anything.
The internet never forgets. Once it's there, it is there. Right, let's wheelie come up well. See what I did.
I see what we did there. Are you going to leave now or later?
Yeah, I think I should. Don't forget, folks, Easter Sunday, I'm having the day off. I've got family over, so there won't be a Sunday brunch on Easter Sunday. I just thought I would put that out there right away because,
When's Easter Sunday?
On a Sunday.
Don't say on a Sunday or at Easter.
Yeah, no, I can't specifically remember the date without stopping what I'm doing and loading it, and I can't be bothered, mate. So yeah,
I have no idea.
It's not this week. I think it's next week. So yeah.
Right. As soon as I left school, I gave up knowledge of when, or left, full-time employment where you'd live for the holidays.
Yeah,
I forgot when all the holidays are.
There you go. So number 9. So we need to build all these exhausts up and do the infilling. This one comes with actual filling panels to get rid of them. The other one didn't, and I had to do judicious milliputting because now that I've got a little supply of milliput, I was able to just sit there and do that.
Did somebody accidentally send you far too much milliput?
That may have happened, mate. Yeah. Hey, mate, it was a win-win, mate. Yeah, I'll have 5 chips.
It's much better than buying 100 things without realising you just bought 1,000 things like I did.
I know. But no, I got them for the price of a tube. So yeah, happy days.
Yeah, I bought 100 coffee stirrers, which was actually 1,000 coffee stirrers. So I says to Festa, I says, "Hey mate, have you got any use for like 500 coffee stirrers? Because I don't need 1,000."
It was very convenient timing because Dreyfus is now going to twitch. I know he is, but hey,
Why is it the USB sound again?
No,
Oh, you mean the other Dreyfus? Oh, yeah.
I had a epiphany during the week.
You cleaned it up.
Of what I'm going to do with the Louis bus. I'll just let PJ recover.
Give it a week.
And of course, then Fox messages me and says, "Have you got any use for some coffee stirrers?" And I was like, divine intervention. It was almost like Alexa spying on you type thing, you know what I mean? So
the thing is, I'm not even sure why I ordered. I saw them and thought I could use them. I'll get 100 of them. I could use them for something, and then I got 1,000, and I wasn't even really sure. You know, like you buy a little, like I've got a pack of paper clips somewhere that I got on a whim that might be useful for something, and like all kinds of bits and bobs that you see and think, well, that might be useful for the hobby somewhere. I'll get them just in case. No idea what I got them for.
So, it was kind of almost like a divine intervention, mate. It was like, I could use them because I've now not told him what I'm doing, so because he doesn't want to know until we do it on the show. So
it wouldn't be the first time that somebody referred to me as an intervention.
Yeah, so I am pre-warning you, PJ, that at some point I will be building it. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bless him. That sound that you can hear in the background is the skipping noise as PJ's running down the street.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell him about the decal you're making with all his logos on
it. No, I wasn't going to do that.
Good, don't do that because you don't want him to know that. What was I going to say? I shall also, when I send you those, I'll also send you, because I also bought 2 pots of extra thin, which I didn't. I actually bought 2 pots of fast drying extra thin, which I don't really use that much, so I'll send you one of them. I've got a spare one of them now as well.
I really am an idiot. Yeah, good. He says some quality time with your family. Yeah, my youngest boy is over for the day, and
nice.
It's been a while since I've caught up with him properly, and I just want to catch up with him, and because he's my boy, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get yourself a haircut while he's there.
Absolutely, and I'll get a Turkish, but no, Dave's away anyway at his mum's, so I thought, well, I might as well have a bit of quality time because I have said that I need to rest more often, so I shall take that opportunity and rest up. So,
yep, you're allowed to rest.
Yeah, and I've got some 3D prints that I want to give him anyway that day. So, his favourite movie characters and things like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been nice. A busy little dad for him, so likes a bit of memorabilia and stuff. So,
are you being a good dad?
I am. Good lad. He's good lad at heart.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to be nice to a bloke that's going to be running a cutthroat razor over your head, haven't you? So
Well, yeah, there is that tactical consideration to consider.
Yeah, no, so there is method to my madness, but no, it's...
Yeah. I'd say tactics rather than method.
Yeah. And
Yes.
that's nice. Just be nice to see him. But I thought, well, might as well make a day of it. Just a nice bit of Easter Sunday din-dins and all of that lot. Just feet up and chill out for the day. So I'm gonna.
Proper roast dinner?
Oh, yeah, it'll be all the trimmings, mate, you know.
All the trimmings.
This is H, mate, you know. She likes to do things right, doesn't she? Bless her.
It counts as your occasional treat, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, so it'll be all the pigging out, so to speak. Yeah, because she said to me, you may be wondering why treats haven't been a thing lately. She says, because Easter Sunday cow's over. She says, so we're having a pig out. Yeah, no worries, love. I'll take the day off. Oh, should that be nice? She should be able to catch up then. I went, yeah. We'll still do a frolic on Good Friday, folks, but I just won't be around on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm sure someone will jump in me time slot. So, yeah.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
They're like a bunch of vultures hovering around. Oh, he's not on it. Ooh, there you go. Have at it is my motto, because I shall be back the following week.
You want me to stream something on your channel for you?
Do it like, mate.
Keep your slot full?
That's right, mate. It's up to you. I don't mind.
Or you know what you could do? You know what you could do?
What?
What? There's a stream that you could do that doesn't require you to be there.
I know the one you mean, yeah. Could I be that cruel?
Go to Fun City and eat spaghetti.
I'll tell you what I could do. Here's one for you. I could download and edit the Bluey build and just have that on a loop on Sunday,
on a loop.
just for PJ's benefit. What do you think?
Well, you could just stream like an animated GIF of Bluey, just a little Bluey animated GIF for like 10 hours.
Could I be that cruel?
Yep.
Because, you know, PJ's our friend at the end of the day. God, I couldn't be that
Did you want me to
cruel.
think about that before I said that? Or
I did, yeah. I was hoping there would have been a slightly more elevated pause there, mate, to be honest with you.
Hey, the one thing I never said I was an actor.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's
Drama queen, maybe. Actor, not necessarily.
Look at that. Straight off. Get in there, my son. Happy days.
Get in there, my son.
So, yeah, I've got another bit somewhere. There it is, in front of your car.
I know these are old sculpts, these dudes, but they're really nice. They're like 10-year-old, 15 years old now, these. But they are quite nice and detailed for little tiny rat dudes.
Maggie is asking if you're having lamb for your Easter lunch. Yes, mate. It'd be a nice lamb roast, mate.
Lamb.
Yeah, nice bit of Larry, mate. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're going dagnammit. I might even, I might even shoot it myself on my game. Oh no, that's not real, Carl. Yeah, I mean, so Gary's not real. No,
Gary's real. Gary is real. Right now, he's starving to death as he's not been on for a few days.
He's been taking the mickey out of me because I've not been on the Xbox this week, and he's like,
Gary will be starving to death quietly in the corner.
Gary's withered away. How cruel could you be to actually bring poor Gary into this? You're evil.
Do you know what's really funny though?
What?
While you've been out hunting, he's been absolutely useless. While you've been away, he's been out and killed like 3 elk.
Yeah, he curls up and has a lay down, mate. He don't do a lot.
No. But while you've not been there, he's gone out and killed half the population of the park.
Oh, yeah, he's probably gnawing down on a moose somewhere, mate.
Moose.
There's a moose loose, yeah.
About this house.
Have a bit of him.
Painted this guy and totally didn't paint his actual face.
Oh, you like?
No, it's like, what a dingus.
So what have you all got planned for Easter in the chat? You got company, you got friends down, you're chilling out, you know, because...
Are you going to do a great big poop? That's a good plan.
Yeah. Cheers for that. Yeah. Nice bit of family fun, innit? And get your family down. Not for the poop, but yeah.
Yeah, that's personal, that is.
Just nice to have a bit of family time, innit? So,
yeah. If you've got like nephews and nieces or actual direct children, I don't know what direct children are you taking them out somewhere nice?
Yeah, exactly.
Or Alton Towers, one of the two.
Yeah, you've got youngsters, you go to a theme park or something like that, because, in the UK, all our theme parks quadruple the prices on school holidays because they're really considerate.
Oh, yeah. I remember I actually had to go. I actually went once with my at the time, not ex, she wasn't my ex at the time, and her, nephew and niece.
Yeah.
And we took them to Gulliver's World, whatever it's called.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't think it's there anymore. And it was like, you know what? It actually wasn't that bad. It was, as an adult, it was all right, actually. It wasn't that bad.
I can remember back in the days before the internet was a massive thing. I took my missus and kids down to Tuctonia. And it was basically, Tuctonia used to be a little, take note, used to be basically all the cities of the UK, but in scale model size, it was.
Oh, yeah, like a model village. I've got
you. And it was of the whole country. So you had the motorways, a bit like Legoland, but not made of Lego.
I've always wanted to go to a model village.
And so I was like, we was all looking forward to it. And I drove down there and it had shut down about 6 months previously.
Oh, no.
So, and it was just like the gates with the abandonedness. And it was like, damn it.
And you were there
all a little bit sad that day we were.
And then you were like, I bet this isn't IPMS either, is it? No.
Yeah. 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 I thought you'd forgotten about that, but...
No. Tell the good people in case they don't remember.
This was before I stopped driving. I drove to Telford a week early.
Which I guess would have been Waxstock.
Yeah, and it was like...
So when you got there and it was Waxstock, did you actually just come straight home or did you actually just...
No, I just straight away come home.
Ah, right, because I'm going to say, if you'd actually gone in, you would have seen me working at our stall.
I was... just basically so ashamed of myself that I just drove home very slowly.
Imagine, that's the coincidence. Imagine that if you'd actually gone in, we would have actually met several years early.
Yeah.
And not known it.
Yeah, I'd never have gone to E-Models then, you do realise that. I did. See what I did.
I see what you did there.
Little bits of you are sad, aren't they?
Yeah, the little bits of me are sad now, and the little bits are the bits of me that are parts of me.
Yeah. Show me on the dolly where the horrible Festa got you. There you go. Just want that to sit slightly proud so that I can sand them down.
Right, let me have a look at chat while I'm doing that. Where are we up to? We've got lots of... Well, I've got lots. Scale Modelling Chaos is in, says, evening all, sorry I'm late.
Hello, mate.
We've done Bobbins. Donald Mackenzie's in, says, evening everyone. X.
Hello,
Scale Modelling Chaos says, even Donald. Scale Modelling Chaos says, Belly, doner kebab meat and chips with chili sauce. Bench,
nice
135th Humber. Nice. Beverage, lemonade, biscuits, none, got half a chocolate cake instead. Ooh.
Oh, nice, mate.
Space Rangers Recording Studio says, I took my boat out on the lake and it got water in the boat. So I poked a hole in it to let the water out and the boat sank, lol.
I can remember in Spain... I was, you remember them air beds that had the seat with the cup holders and all of that, where you could just sit in the swimming pool? Yeah, well, I used to smoke back then. You can see where this is going, can't you, folks? Yeah.
Did you miss your ashtray?
Yeah, I did, mate.
Don't worry, Colin says, Scale Modelling Chaos. I cut through the hedge trimmer. I cut through the hedge trimmer wire 3 times in one afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Went from a 25-foot cable to a 3-foot cable.
I'm so not the only one who's done that. My missus, she was doing an office block back in her early days of doing the cleaning business. She got in the lift dragging a Henry, but hadn't actually unplugged it. And then went down in the elevator and was most perturbed when the Henry suddenly dragged out of her hand and went firing up towards the lift doors. Yeah.
I'm just going to have to step away for a minute. I've just cut myself and I'm bleeding like a stuck pig.
Yeah, no worries. What else have we got? Peaches says Colin's going to be having lamb and Gary will be having some digital pedigree chum. Happy days. He's got Ivy for the long weekend, so we'll be enjoying time with her. She wants to do some baking, so are we in kitchen most of the weekend? Absolutely, mate. Yeah, bless her. LWM's waiting until the Monday after Easter when the Easter eggs are half price. Yeah, H will be going in and getting me some for future stashage. Yeah, I don't like a bit of lamb, I must admit. I'm partial to a bit of duck as well, I must admit. A bit of the old duck orange. So, yeah. I do like a bit of duck. Yeah, it'd be nice. Be nice to see Cal for a while, because I haven't seen him for a little while. He pops in and out often, but you know what he's like. He's a young fella. It's like, he's in, he's gone. It's like, what just happened? He's like Tasmanian devil, bless him. But yeah, it'd be nice just to sit up, catch up with him, because like me, he's got a really acidic sense of humour and can be absolutely brutal with it. And yeah, I like that, because we end up giggling like a couple of buffoons with H telling us both off for our inappropriate humour, and we both sit there sniggering like a couple of 5-year-olds. And he proceeds to then sit there and go, but it weren't me, Mum, it was him, he started it. And I still get the telling off anyway, but that's just nice. Just nice to catch up and have a laugh. Because luckily with me, my sons are at that, pardon me, are at that age now. They're grown men. And it's gone from being dad to just being a mate, like, you know, and you could just have a laugh and a joke. And yeah. And I like that. It's the transition from being a parent to a friend, or their best mate, as he calls me, because they come and talk to me about anything, and you don't give dad advice now, you give best mate advice, don't you? And it's just nice. And they're great company. They really are. But normally within 10 minutes of us all being in the same room, it degenerates. We're like them, you know that programme where they all sit and watch the telly? And they're all waddled around, didn't they, having to go at the telly. I can't think the name of the programme, but that's us, basically. We're like one of them families sat there just berating whatever it is that's on the telly. But then it turns brutal then, because we destroy whoever is on the TV. And we find any fault in them that we possibly can, and we just go for it. And then the humour and the insults get darker and darker, you know, and it's like... And then H has an epiphany moment where she's like, yeah, better be seen to be nice here. And yeah, we all get told off then. Which makes us 10 times worse, to be honest. Yeah, that's our entertainment for the Sunday sorted out. There's bound to be a football bonanza on. I'm not sure who's playing what, whether it's cup finals or anything like that. I've got no idea. But I'm sure there'll be people running around kicking bags of air at some point on the Easter weekend. I've got the double whammy this week because it's F1 and MotoGP weekend this weekend. So I've been keeping myself occupied watching all of that. No spoilers, by the way. Oh, yeah, it's my thing. I like to watch motorbikes and cars go round in circles. It's exciting, isn't it? Let that do its thing, and then we can sand that smooth.
Sorry about that.
Don't apologise, don't need to. I'm just going to mock you for doing a stabby because... Yeah.
No, it's not a stabby. I've got a skin condition at the minute, and it's just kind of started bleeding.
You're full apart. You're falling apart.
I am falling apart, so I'm just going to stem the flow for 5 minutes, and then I should be fine.
Yeah, no worries.
It's just adding to my week.
So you got delicate skin as well now. Oh, bless you.
Delicate skin.
Oh, lambkins. Yeah.
Old.
To this point where you go out and pay for people to oil your skin, that's what it's all about, is it?
Only the weekend, dear. That's a special weekend.
It's a special weekend treat, isn't it, that you didn't want the internet to know about, damn it, he says.
Yeah, that's how I pay myself for doing work during the week.
What was I doing? I was going to put a fresh blade in there just to pop that other side up because, yeah. He's just trying not to cut himself now that he's mocked Fox because, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Push it straight in.
Oh, no, you can mock me mercilessly for stabbing myself, but this isn't stabbing myself, so yeah. I get a free pass on this one.
My method of putting milli putt in these is far easier than these stupid fart-arse little panels.
Little panels.
There you go. It's in there now.
PJ said, you probably read it anyway, haven't you?
What's that? Go on.
PJ said, fish tank stream.
Yay!
Wasn't what I was thinking, but yeah, there's this option.
I know what you was thinking, but I didn't want to say it out
you know
loud.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
No. La, la, la. And Fox's terrible week continues, not laughing honest, says PJ.
Yeah, you have had a complete and utter catastrophe of a week, haven't you?
I mean, they've only been like, annoying catastrophes, not actual life-changing nonsense. But, it's just like, oh, really?
Yeah, but you know what it is? When one thing goes wrong, I had it yesterday. I thought, I'll just sit at the bench for 10 minutes. I'll cut a couple of bits off the sprue ready. They went on the floor, so literally I had to stop what I was doing to pick all the bits up off the floor. I banged my head on the way going down. I banged it on the way coming up. Yeah. I was like, okay, so far I've cut 4 bits off the sprue and they've all gone on the floor. What's the betting? It's like, what's the betting this is going to be me for the day? So it was like, I don't think I'll do that. I'll do it tomorrow when we're live. So
yeah, that's one of those days when you're like, you know what? I'll just turn the Xbox on and play safe.
I didn't even do that, mate. I just done me downloads because I may have got a deal on a few things during the week.
Yes, he certainly did.
And let that do its updates. I went next door. I wouldn't say sulking, but, it may have been a long foot-dragging walk. And when I watched the MotoGP and F1. That's what I did.
You didn't sulk, but you might have grumped a little bit.
No, I've had a few dagnammits of, really, Wilkinson, the one thing you wanted to do and you can't do that today. But, yeah.
It is actually nasty when it's a pain in the bum when you're like, because, we have this hobby and we look forward to doing stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll wake up of a morning and be like, oh, today I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do X, Y, or Z, or whatever. You wake up and you're thinking about, I'm going to paint this or build this or whatever. And then the universe conspires to make that completely not happen.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
But yet, when you're not really in the mood to do anything is when you suddenly get all this free time that you could go and do it. When you're like, I don't really want to.
Yeah. I get this normally in the early hours of the morning. I have a spurt. And it's like, yeah. Why did I know you would lower the tone?
I don't know, but never mind. Moving on.
Yeah. I'm not going to lose more revenue this week, I hope.
I've said nothing.
But, it's like... So, I then go to the bench, do what I want to do, random stuff, and, I find sometimes that's the best way for me. Is not necessarily plan it. It's just, if I think, I've got the opportunity here, I've got an hour, I could go and paint that. I'll just quickly come out and do it. Done. That's it. If I
think I've stopped bleeding to death.
Yeah,
you don't do it.
Yeah, if I overthink it, stuff goes wrong. If I just go and do it, it's like,
yeah, if you think about it, it never happens.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always the way, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that one next.
So that's 4 of those. What was that? Mournfang Brown. I've stopped bleeding to death now, so I'll get back
I'm happy now.
Yeah, I didn't die. You'll be glad to know.
Because you haven't milked it at all, mate, have you? You've not mentioned it at all.
Nope.
Actually, no, you don't want to do that. You want to let it fully dry out, Cole. Look.
We shall have 3 of these, and we shall do them.
So we can pop them there because they're for gluage.
Fox will probably break his toe on the way downstairs too, says the Bobbins. Wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me at all, to be quite honest with you.
Jeff says Maggie is going to be in 7th heaven. It's both F1 and Moto in one weekend.
I know. It's brilliant, isn't it? It really is. It's like, yeah. Yeah, I do like me 2-wheeled motorsport far better than me 4-wheeled, but for me, it's the way I relive my motorcycling days now.
Yeah, there's an investment. There's a personal investment.
H laughs because I'll be sat on the armchair getting my knee down whilst I'm watching it, because I'm leaning into the corners as they're going round them, and it's like, she went and got me lid one night when I was watching it. She just bung your helmet on, she said, sit and watch it that. And I thought, that is a good idea. So I was sat there with me lid on watching the MotoGP. So, yeah.
Do you shout at the racers when they do stupid stuff?
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
What are you doing that for? Get
Yeah.
what
What
are
you going to do that for, you bell? Yeah.
Bell.
But, yeah, it's...
Oops.
It's just a passion, and it goes back from when I was 10 years old. So, yeah. It's one of them, and it stays with you forever.
A wee shaver of a lad. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up with no interest in sports at all, really. So sports don't do anything for me of any kind.
Yeah, it was my first thing that I went to, you know, because it was, I was at my uncle's for the summer hiding, and yeah, it was, let's go down to Silverstone, you know, or up to Silverstone, should we say. And he took me to the 500cc, the Barry Sheen Kenny Roberts race, and the rest, as they say, is history. And I was hooked, mate. I really was, because, you know, 10 years old, the smell of two-stroke, the roaring of motorbikes, seeing the people that you saw on the telly less than 6 foot from you. Being a kid, they was all over you, weren't they, back then? You know, side this, side that, you know, and they loved it all, didn't they? So you got to meet your heroes in real time, and it was bragging rights when you went back to school, wasn't it? But
the roar of the engines, the smell of the crowd. Wait, no,
I was hooked, mate, and I it's funny, when Barry Sheen died, I mean, he died in 2003, 21 years ago now, folks, that we lost Barry Sheen, and when he died, it took me back to that time, because I did the Barry Sheen build, if you remember, the 2 bikes with the diorama, and it really put a lump in me throat, because it took me back to that time and the reason why I was there. And so it was a multitude of some good memories, but obviously some that not so good memories. And yeah, I found it a very poignant build, to be quite honest with you. And when I did the end part, I had to stop recording the audio, because I was getting a little bit emotional, mate, because it's one of them, isn't it? I know it sounds daft.
No, it makes sense.
You know, it was a bizarre thing, you know, it was sad. It really was. Sadly went too young, bless him. But don't they all?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was my baptism into the world of motorcycling, and yeah, good times. Because then, you would go to the motorcycling, you would then do the Formula One when that was at Silverstone, and so yeah, as a young child, that was my summer, because we used to all get farmed out in the summer because a certain person had time off, type thing. Yeah. So we'd all get separated. So the summer was always at different rallies, gaffs. And I was lucky with Freddie because he was a petrol head. So, yeah. Happy days.
Yeah, it's the way of the world. The ones that need to go early never do, and the ones that don't need to go early always do.
Yeah, I say this quite often. You know, it's... How can I word it without swearing? The good people go too young, and the bar stewards seem to live forever.
The ones that should go early.
I know you shouldn't wish ill on another person, and I know you shouldn't wish ill like that, but I get frustrated that all the good people seem to be getting lost, and all the people that are not so friendly or not so polite, it's like,
there are people for whom it is perfectly amenable to say they should have gone a long time ago.
So,
I have no problem saying that.
Yeah.
I don't like Gawthor Brown. It's a really feeble colour. I don't like
Absolutely. There you go. That's that exhaust. What else have we got? Oh, we got fuel caps in the corner, so we might as well get them off. Get them sprued
up. Get your caps off.
So I see what you did there.
Kept it clean.
You did. Something for the dads. Something for the...
I'm working very hard tonight not to say anything that might cause problems.
Oh, bless. Yeah, I seem to be a victim of everything on YouTube getting demonetised at the moment, and we're trying to identify why. And yeah, I think it's just them being overzealous myself, but it knackers you up because by the time they reinstate it, the cycle's gone, isn't it? So
it's not the 10 minutes of photographs of naked ladies on motorbikes at the end of the show every week, is it?
I don't know, mate. It could be the hot pants.
It could be the fact that you've even suggested you in hot pants just breaks the internet.
Exactly. It could be something
Maybe
as simple as that.
It's got a little alarm system at YouTube HQ that just every time somebody raises the concept of you in hot pants, it just goes, Aruga.
I just blame you. It's the multiple times that grown-up words were used last week. Good enough for me. Yes, you did. Play it back.
It wasn't really a grown-up word.
I know, but it still got me done, didn't it? One of them, innit? You know, think of it this way. If it was on your channel, would you? Yeah.
No.
You know, and at the moment, YouTube seem to be the world's police, don't they? It's, you know, it's not just me going through it, but it's just, yeah.
Yep.
Bless. I didn't just do that, honest.
You just did that, and I heard it with my listening ears.
LWM says, I had an agreement with Sport growing up. It didn't bother me, and I left it well alone. I see what he did there.
Show me on the dolly where the Dickie Davies touched you.
Yeah. See, my boy, he watches a lot of cricket, but he also watches golf on telly, right? Now, I don't know about whether it's just me, but when they hit that golf ball, can any one of you honestly say that you can see where the bloody ball went? Because it looks at the sky, and I'm looking around thinking, there's a ball in there somewhere. Do you think I could see where it went? No.
My dad had to do camera work for a few golf tournaments one or two times.
Yeah.
And he said, it's a nightmare because you got to follow the ball. He said, I'm 53 years old. I can't see a hand in front of my face, never mind a golf ball half a mile away.
Yeah, exactly. So
he never liked getting sent to do the golf. I have a very important message. And that is, it's moved. And we who embody the local eyes and ears, thoughts and feelings of the cosmos, we've begun at last to wonder about our origins. Star stuff, contemplating the stars.
Oh, good man. Good man.
Because Jeff's in.
Good evening, Jeff. Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you're keeping well, buddy.
Yep. Maggie prefers Moto, says Jeff.
Yeah, I love the Moto GP. I really do.
Space Rangers has had to go. He says, good night, all.
See you later, mate.
Space Rangers. I miss double-decker racing. Do you remember on World of Sport they used to do the banger racing, but sometimes they did bangers with caravans on it?
Yeah.
To the Americans, that's like Demolition Derby, basically. It's banger racing.
Yeah, banger racing, yeah. Still love that.
Just like old, just bust-up vehicles that would be...
some weeks at Wimbledon you'd have the dogs on, and other weeks it would be the banger racing, you know, so...
Full contact driving sports.
Oh, yeah. It was always the thing to see.
It's when they started doing it with caravans on the back, and the caravans lasted about a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd basically spend the next 5 minutes dragging a flatbed trailer around, wouldn't they? But
it's like, how can we make banger racing even more ridiculous? Let's just give them caravans.
Do you remember seeing it when they had the truck cabs doing it with them? The banger racing.
I remember seeing truck cab racing, but not banger truck cab racing now.
Yeah.
Is that what, I'm going to guess they're all like 1950s and 60s
they was
truck cabs.
they was the ye oldie cabs, mate. Yeah. But the thing is, it was like the metal back then was a lot chunkier when it was like they was made of granite, mate, because they would go racing towards each other and just stop dead in the middle of the track when they hit. It was like,
Yeah, because they were just like blocks of iron.
Yeah, and it was like, it didn't translate, put it that way. There was a few weekends where they did it, and then it was, we'll just do the truck racing around Silverstone with them because...
Yeah, it's not as much fun when it's a big, because it's banger racing. It was all like old Triumph Heralds and Humbers. Yeah. It was always old like 1950s and 60s Humbers and things like that.
Yeah.
That they used to just like paint up in bright colours and smash into each other.
Yeah, I suppose the equivalent would in America would be when they take the RVs out and do the demolition derby with the RVs.
Yeah,
but,
they don't have caravans in the US, do they?
No, they do it properly, mate. They have a 40-foot RV, mate, that's basically a house on wheels. It's like...
Caravan is more of a European thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Mind you, though, the roads in America, they're made for it. Could you imagine a 40-foot American RV trying to go around the roads in Cornwall?
Yeah, it's because it's like 5,000 miles between two places in the US, so you kind of need a home just to get between the places. So
yeah.
Imagine trying to... We had, when we used to have when we used to work in the detailing shop, we sold all the stuff. The unit opposite us was a guy, and he had this big RV.
Yeah.
And he was out there washing it one day, and we were like, we need to get him to get us to detail that because we'll charge him a fortune because it's enormous. It's a big American RV. And he just bought it. It was like secondhand. He just bought it. He was like, really, you're going to go here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this and that.
Yeah.
About 2 months later, we saw him, and he was washing it again. He said, I'm selling it.
Yeah.
He said, all right, how can you sell it? He said, because you can't go anywhere with it. It's so big.
It's too big, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, unless you just stick to the motorways, you can't get on A roads with it. It's just too massive. Yeah. He said it's more of a hindrance. It's like, if you're a truck driver, you're probably used to it. He said, but it's just, I can't get anywhere. Like, he said, you're in the lakes or something, you want to pop down to a place, you can't just jump in the RV and go into the middle of Kendal. It's just, you block the whole town.
You shut the whole town down, mate.
Yes. He's like, it wasn't practical.
Yeah, they was all right on the continent because, like I say, you could pitch them in a campsite in France, take the bike off the back and go and do your business. And, taking the RV into town now.
He says, now I know why it's been through 4 owners and it's only got about like 10,000 miles on the clock. He said, my boss was like, did you not wonder why it's such low mileage? You went, yeah, I never really thought, but now I know.
It don't occur to you when you see them so cheap and low mileage. You think, cool, that's a deal. I'll have me a bit of that.
And you just see a nice luxurious.
Yeah, the first time you use it, you're doing like 8 foot to a gallon and you're like, okay, the economics of it, and especially now with fuel prices, it's like,
He said, now I know why it was so low mileage and low price.
Yeah.
I said to him, well, how are you going to sell it now? And he said, I'll just use exactly the same wording that the other 3 people that sold it used.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some other schmuck can buy it.
Yeah, they're all right if you're travelling, like you say, the continent, you're doing like a round robin around Europe, but a lot of people use it for the races, I mean, my one went to one of my mates because he took early retirement and he does the whole European MotoGP circuit, so he just travels between races in it and lives in it all the time, so...
Well, you only have to look at all the hassle you have to go through. I mean, we used to have what over here is called, in this country is called a static caravan, which is like just a 40-foot long. It's a trailer. Americans call it a trailer.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's a trailer home, and like we rented that for a few years as a little holiday home in a campsite.
Oh yeah.
And you only have to see the trouble they go through getting those from A to B because they're delivered. You stick on the back of a trailer, and it's if you buy one. The trouble they have to go through to get them delivered to campsites and stuff is to realise, well, an RV is just that with wheels. So.
Time you pay your sighting fees each year and all of that lot.
It was good, though. We used to
Mum had one for about 20 years, and it just got uneconomical for her. We said to her, rent it out, but she refused to rent it out. So it was only used when she went down. And I said, well, if you rented it out, you would make a nice little bit of income, but... Yeah. She did it for 2 years, but once they had taken their cut, she was like, do you know something with the upkeep? It's just not viable. So
no. I mean, my mum and dad used to go to ours every summer, and every chance they got, they'd be up, and it was great because I got left by myself in the house like a teenager. Woohoo! But then when Dad died, of course, Mum, we didn't ever really got a chance to go after that, so we just sat there for about 10 years. And in the end, Mum was like, we'll just sell it back to the campsite. We'll just get them to make us an offer.
Yeah, that was it.
Because, there's no point.
Yeah, that's all my bean did in the end. She didn't do too bad out of it in the end, but
no.
it upset her to see it go because it was her thing, wasn't it? But
oh yeah,
it's like,
my mum. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's at the time it was a good £1.5 a year rent land fees. So
yeah, she had her use out of it, but like you say, it become a cash cow. Like I said, it's going to get to the point where the site will be going, oh, it's coming up to the end of its, year's usage, so to speak. You might need a more modern van, because they always try to push that, don't they, where vans over a certain age get moved around to the loaner site, should we say.
Yeah.
And I said they'll be doing that within the next 2 years, so you'll end up buying another one. Do you want to do that? And she's like, nah. I said, you'd be better off selling it now then. Yeah.
I mean, when we used to go there, it wasn't a 12-month site. It was only like you had to overwinter. So they're open from I think March or April till
you'd
October.
Have your non-seasonal period, yeah.
Yeah, by law they couldn't stay open because they didn't have the permissions.
No, that's right.
I think there's different laws for the camping company to have like permanent sites.
Yes.
So we pay a fortune for them to overwinter it, drain all the pipes. Now it's 12 months a year now.
Oh, was it? Yeah, because my mum used to move out and go and live in a B&B.
Yeah, no, I actually looked it up a few months ago just out of curiosity because it's been about 15 years.
Yeah.
And, they're still there. The site's still there, but they're now like a 12-month site. You can live there permanently if you want to.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? If I had the money and the freedom,
yes,
I could quite enjoy living in a static caravan.
Yeah, it'd be mint, mate.
In the lakes.
Would be mint.
It's kind of quiet.
Nice and chilled.
Quiet. Yeah, goes quiet in the winter.
Yeah. Exactly that, mate.
Yeah.
No hassles.
Proper toilet. You're not using chemical toilet. Obviously, fiddling around with gas bottles is a pain in the bum, but
yeah, but it's easy enough.
Do.
It's easy enough. It's only propane, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it's only propane. Yeah, I can't even wire a plug. Trusting me with propane cans is probably the worst thing.
Really? You can't wire a plug? That little bit of paper on every plug is pretty self-explanatory, dude.
Well, we haven't got any. All our plugs have got no bits of paper on them, so I have to look it up.
Every modern plug you buy, mate, has got a bit of paper on it.
No, but everything I've ever had to put a plug on, which is in the old days when they used to have they've all got old plugs.
God, your list of excuses is epic.
I've never had to wire anything modern, so I've never seen. I've never had to touch them.
Basics, mate.
Yeah. I'm going back to days when you bought things without plugs and you had to stick plugs on them. Never found out. I'm useless.
Moving on.
I've never had to do that kind of stuff.
I'm amazed how you survive. I really am.
You're not the only one.
Bless you. Don't ever change.
Don't plan on it.
Oh, dear, I can feel everyone doing face slaps in the chat.
Yeah.
Can't wire a plug. Can't wire a plug. What?
Yep. I'd be able to do it. I just have to look it up, figure out what goes where. Wow, that paint couldn't be any thinner.
Oh, bless you. Okie dokie. We've got some exhaust baffles to make up. These.
Baffles, you say?
I can do them now.
Gentlemen, do your baffles.
And that'll be another bike on the runners ready to be primed. Oh, blimey, it's going well.
Yeah, this rat's got no pants on.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pantsless. It's bad enough they send you into battle without armour and no helmet.
Yeah.
Send you without trousers?
Oh, that's just taking liberties, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Exactly. Marcus has put 11.99 super chat in. Bless you. Thank you very much. He says caravan holidays, stable food of the 70s, Marcus, wasn't it? The caravan holiday.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, mate, for your kindness there. Jeff Light says Maggie would love to meet Sarah Jane. Oh, bless, yeah.
We never actually had a caravan type holiday. We never because we never had a caravan. Well, we did have a touring caravan, but we bought it for my uncle.
Yeah.
Who was going to be out of house and home. So we did him a favour and bought him a touring caravan to sit on the same site.
Yeah.
And we paid for him. We just said, you stay there, but obviously sort yourself out in the winter because we can't stay there.
Yeah, we used to go to a caravan park in Croyd Bay, Devon.
Ooh.
Called Ruder Holiday Park back in the day, and we was there every summer, mate, and it just used to be mint because you could have a right old laugh down there.
Yeah.
And it was that typical 70s and 80s caravan park, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I can instantly see it.
Yeah, it was just mad. It really was mad down there, you know, and it'll be, So that was our thing.
We used to go to Bardsea Leisure Park in Alderstone, in the Lake District.
Yeah.
Ted knows where that is.
Yeah. Yeah, Mum thought she'd go posh one year and took us to Butlins, and she vowed never to go to a Butlins again because,
We used to go to Pontins in Blackpool every year when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to love it. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like Blackpool Pleasure Beach when you're an adult is just a dingy hellhole. But when you're a kid, it's brilliant. Yeah, when you're a kid.
That's Marcus's air guitar going out. It should be going out on YouTube shortly. So, yeah, slight delay between StreamYard and YouTube, or OBS and YouTube today.
Right, that paint is just terrible. Why is that paint so thin?
Is that minging, is it, Fox? Is it not passing the guru test?
It's just like painting with watercolours. It's just, I don't know why it's coming out so thin. And it's on a wet palette, but it's not normally this thin. Steel Legion.
Is it wafer thin?
Wafer thin.
Is it just the wafer thin?
A little wafer thin mint.
You see what I did there, didn't you?
I see what you did there, Mr. Creosote.
Absolutely. Classic comedy of its time.
Your classic comedy of your time.
I haven't seen that film for donkey's years. I wonder whether it aged well.
Yeah, they kind of do, because they're not really, they're kind of agnostic to...
Because a lot of films from that era haven't, have they? Let's be honest.
They're kind of out of time there, the Monty Pythons. They're not really... Yeah. You don't necessarily pin them down to a spit. It's terrible. Look at that. It's horrible.
They was ahead of their time anyway, weren't they? Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
My eldest boy absolutely loves Monty Python stuff.
Oh, it was all right, but I'm not really into it, bigly.
Yeah. Absolutely loves it.
I think some XV88 would be nice.
Oh, nice bit of XV88. Good colour choice.
XV88. I mean, I don't actually know what colour rats are in real life, apart from white and other colours. So I'm just assuming I'm shades of brown.
Oh, whatever colour you want. It's your kit. It's your world they're living in. You do what you like, dear.
Well, yeah.
At the end of the day.
Stick to basic rat colours, I suppose.
Yeah, don't give a rat's. At the end, that's what I did there.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
See where that was going, couldn't you? You could see that a mile away.
I have some bad news. I have some very bad news.
What?
There's absolutely nothing I can do to avoid it. But I'm going to have to get something out of the cupboard to use that I really don't want to. And it's the new Ponzi style painting handles.
No.
I need more.
You Judas.
Well, I need more, but I've got...
Nah.
I need to use them. I just don't like them.
Sorry, I'm disowning you now.
And rightfully so, I think.
I've got to issue a finger of shame for that.
I will accept this finger of shame. I'm going to paint with the brush of shame. It's Games Workshop's fault.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they made them, designed them.
Show me on the dolly where the horrible people at Games Workshop hurt you, dear.
Well, actually, if it's anybody's fault owning these two things, it's the whoever it was. It's whoever it was on eBay that listed them as the old style flipping handles. The trader that listed them as old style handles and then sent me the new ones.
Yeah, so there wasn't a bit of text in the description saying, disclaimer, this isn't the new handle, no?
No, it didn't say. It just said painting handle. It had a picture of the old ones.
Yeah.
And it said painting handle, and they just never updated their product picture.
just can't get staff. I had one job, didn't I, Fox?
I gave him a very, very unhappy review.
You gave him a War and Peace review, didn't you?
I may have done.
Come on, admit it, fess up. You did, didn't you?
I may have used the word notwithstanding at some point.
No.
Possibly.
See, Fox goes through this. If he gets you up with something, they get a full 1,000,000-word essay. You know, he could never do one of his reviews on Twitter. It's full-blown War and Peace. Yeah. It's like when Fox has a wibble and sends me this wibble on Messenger, I get a callus on my finger where I've been scrolling down the iPhone, and I've got an iPhone Max. And it's like, Colin Bennett, Fox, what is it you're trying to say here?
If you're a retailer and my review includes words like heretofore, then you know you're in trouble.
And it is. It's like, oh, and another thing. Okay, he's not finished yet. Yeah. Oh, I've seen them reviews. Here, he says, what do you think about this review I'm about to leave? And it's like, oh, my God.
The funny thing is, when something's good, it's like, that's all right, that's good.
Yeah. And he'll send me 150,000,012 words, and I go, yeah, it's all right. Because I'm a man of very limited words. He'll have a War and Peace wibble, and I just go, okay. I know deep down he was expecting more, but that's all he gets. It's like,
you're not a man of limited words. You're a man of careful use of words. You pick your words carefully, and you don't just throw them all over the place like I do.
Yeah, I choose my words carefully because there's always that one person out there that will quote you or misinterpret it, and yeah.
You know all your words. You just use them wisely, whereas I just turn on the hose.
I just go, yeah, okay. I think that's years of me having H as my proofreader, because like anything, I can be quite to the point with words. You might have noticed. So I'll always say to H, do you think that's a bit harsh, you know? And I can tell by her figure, she goes, ooh, and I go, okay, did I get carried away? Yeah, you might want to remove the death threat, mate. Okay, love. But yeah. We all get like it.
The picture of the holder is a trade description issue, in my humble opinion, says Jeff Latt. Technically it is, and I could have got a refund, but at the end of the day, it does the job.
Yeah.
It works. It's like, and I couldn't be bothered sending it back. I'm like, so I just put a snotty review.
You did, for you, I must admit, having read that review, there was, and I'm going to use this very carefully because I don't want you getting carried away with yourself. There was an air of restraint about it.
That one, it was like, there's not much I could say other than this is incorrectly listed. I ordered the old style painting handle. You sent me the new one. Not acceptable. 1 star out of 5. I think kind of whatever. I can't remember what I said now anyway.
Yeah, it was funny, bless you.
Yeah. But I thought I could get a refund, but then I'd have to send it back, and I just can't be bothered.
And it was just the way he kindly at the end says, what do you think? Is it too much? And I just went, fine. That was all he got. It was like, yeah.
It's all right. Well, for the sake of a tenner. But that's the thing now, when I've been looking for these old style handles on eBay and stuff like that, and in fact, to tell a lie, it wasn't an eBay seller that sold me that. It was a proper shop seller, not an eBay seller. Yeah. I only go on eBay now to get the old style handles, because every single time I've been to a shop where they've got a listing, it's got the old picture, and I contact them and I say, is it the old one? And they go, oh no, we've just not updated our picture.
Yeah.
Because they've had the product on the shelf on the website for years.
Yeah.
And they've not. So I don't like buying them now from proper retailers, because you
unless you can physically see the item.
Yeah. So on eBay, it's like, here's the picture of the product. Brilliant. I'll have 3 of them, please.
Especially when it's someone that doesn't really know what it is you're asking them. Yeah. And it's like,
or they're just it's just another product on their shelf and they've just not updated it.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Because not everyone knows the difference, do they? Let's be honest. So
no.
And some retailers, they'll put the picture out knowing that it's going to catch people out. But as far as they're concerned, they've got their sale.
Yeah, and I mean, most of them are small sellers as well. And, just going off, what e-models do.
Yeah.
I've put stuff on their website before, and it's like a manufacturer changes the design of a product that you've got on your website. You have to be aware of that to then go and change it. And if you don't pick up on that,
because
you're selling thousands of different products, like the guys at E-Models, if Games Workshop changed the design of one of their products, and that's one of tens of thousands that E-Models have in stock, they're not going to necessarily pick up on that.
Well, they're heavily reliant on us lot, aren't they, picking it up? Because it's like, because obviously it's what, we're using.
I made James aware of the change to the Baneblade packaging and the Baneblade kit and stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up. I've got a real tickly cough. 1 sec.
You do what you got to do, mate. It's all going wrong for him tonight, bless him. Please don't go on eBay or Amazon tonight, Fox, because you're going to end up ordering 50 million Baneblades. I can see it. And I won't mock you.
I've got too many Baneblades ready for paint at the minute.
Yes, I have Insane Blade and Warlex staring at me, and I must drop them down and make a start.
Are you treating them like Gary?
I beg your pardon.
Ooh.
Yes, I am, mate.
Are you ignoring them and letting them starve to death?
Yeah, I am. The problem is it's like anything. When you put them on a shelf at the other end of the room, very high up, one, I need Lex to drop them down anyway because, you tend to forget about them. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. So they're going to move into the cabinet. So I can then have both of them and the doof wagon when I build it, because I want to start assembling that in the next couple of weeks. So that's ready, the thing. And then I've got all of the big background builds for Warhammer there that I can see. And again, I should do the same with it. I shall prime it up ready and then let it sit and talk to me. And so that'll be free up there then alongside the Orc Stomper. So
Yep.
Got the X-Wing to do as well.
Oh yeah, I like that X-Wing.
Different, isn't it? I've got the Waz car as well. People haven't seen that yet, have they?
Nope.
The Waz car is basically a spare Waz bomb body shell, but on wheels, and it's been hooked up, and it's a bit mad. So I've got that to do as well. Plus all the alternate bluey vehicles.
Yeah, which we must have at 10 episode series on those.
I've already had someone reach out about the bus when I've built it. I'll have that off you, and I've not even built it yet, and they're saying, I'll buy that off you. You've
had offers for the bluey car, haven't you? So.
Yes, I have, and I know exactly who the person is. And the person has got first reviews on it. They know that. I just want to finish the base, take some video and photographs for them, and then I'll say, let me know when you want it shipped. But no, I made a deal with that person that it's basically theirs, and
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
Exactly. And
take it away.
As soon as that one was sold, one of my other patrons was like, I'll make you an offer. And I said, well, I've got this to do and that to do. And they messaged me recently, and they're already saying, I'll have that off you. Okay.
Yep. All the right words, just not necessarily in the right order, says LWM.
Yeah.
Dee.
I remember throwing a video recorder at a shop manager once. It would have been all right, but I rung them up and told them it was a DOA, basically, the bottom. This is how long ago it was. It was an Amstrad double video, the stacking video, the top and bottom one that tape takes.
Oh, yes, it would have been broken in the factory.
Yeah, the bottom deck didn't work, so I rung them up, blah, 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 cut a long story short, Yeah, whatever. And I was like, well, I'll bring it back. And he I don't know, he was just a bit of a knob, basically.
Yeah.
And I said, at the end of the day, mate, I said, there's the receipt number, da-da-da-da. You know, literally, I've just got home, unpacked it, just thought I'd let you know. I'll bring it back. Well, we'll send it off for repair. And I said, no, you won't. You'll replace it. And again, he was like, yeah, whatever. And I went, right, that's twice now. I said, you think you could be cocky on the end of a phone? I'll see you in about 10 minutes. And me, I just got in the car and I just went into the local town because, yeah. So I ambles in it. Your manager in. Yeah, can he catch? Yeah, catch this. Bang. Yeah. I had a bit of a fiery temper back then.
Yeah.
You mugged me off on the end of a phone as I climbed over the counter. Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but hey, you know.
I believe your words were, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, not so clever now, are you, Trappy? Bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd get away with it nowadays, would you?
That was the, what were they called? The youth placement, whatever they were called, young experience, what were they called? I can't remember what they're called now.
Work experience.
Well, that's it, work experience.
Yeah, the youth training schemes, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, what part of your store manager's training manual taught you how to be rude like that? Yeah. It's all about respect, wasn't it? But,
yep.
It's just the fact, you know, it's like, could you catch? Get hold of that. Go and get me a replacement. And to his credit, he went and got me a replacement and it worked. So, happy days.
Yeah. See, first mistake was really buying Amstrad, but...
pretty much, yeah, but it was cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah, cheap as chips.
And all I wanted it for was basically to tape tapes, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, the missus was like, right, if we buy anything else that don't work, let me take it back. Yeah, all right, love, it might be the better option.
Yeah. You knew when just to sit back and say, yeah.
You know what winds me up, right? And this is not... I don't know whether other fellas feel the same about this, and it might be a bit of a controversial topic.
I know where you're going to go with it.
If it is, apologies beforehand, right? But I mean this sincerely, right? Having experienced this with my missus now, I used to do mechanics on cars. I used to build bikes. It's common knowledge. Nothing winds me up more than my missus going into a dealer or a garage for a bit of work to be done on the car and them treating her like an uneducated 5-year-old child because she's a woman. Yeah. And they don't expect women to know about how cars work. And they'll milk it. They'll try and sell her crap that she doesn't need. They'll mess her about, you know, and try to... basically con her out of more money. And I get the ump with that because my missus is an intelligent woman. And it just angers me that, you know, this don't only happen to my missus, it probably happens to women up and down the country, and it really gets my goat that blokes do it.
Welcome to misogyny and sexism.
Yeah, but it's wrong, isn't it?
2024.
It happened recently, you know, she was quoted XYZ jobs on her car, her old car, this was, to get her through the MOT. As she bought it home, and she's got the list of fails there, darling, as she showed me, and I went, right, okay. I said, how were they with you? She said, the usual. I went, okay. She said, honestly, you only had to pat me on the head and tell me to sit. He treated me so stupidly. She said, so I just walked out. And I said, that's all right. Come on, let's get back in the car and go back and have a word, shall we? You are going to behave? Yeah, I'm going to behave. And I ambled in there. Said, I've got a motor outside, bloody, blah, XYZ. Yeah, no worries, Gov. I said, can you explain to me then why you didn't have this conversation with my missus? See that little woman out there? Yeah. So how comes, you know, today she's been told this, and this? I said, it's just not on, mate. I said, so you've lost a customer. And you might just need to educate yourself a bit and stop treating women like 5-year-old infants, mate, because they're not stupid. Luckily for my missus, I used to be in the trade. I said, but I'm just peeved that this is still happening in the year 2024.
Yeah, welcome to misogynistic blokes.
And she had been a customer of this garage since basically I had stopped mechanicking because I've not been able to get in and around cars now. And... like I said, don't ever go back there. you know, but I just
no.
I don't know whether it's something other women experience, but it's out there. I just think it is bang out of order that it still happens.
I think you'll find it's something that women around the world experience every single day.
Yeah, Helen will go to a DIY shop. We all know the branded DIY shops, don't we? Mm-hmm. And I'll say to her, we need X, Y, Z. I might have a wiring job I'm doing in the house. You know, I'll say, can you go and get me a couple of these sockets, a bit of this, bit of twin and earth, and blah, blah, blah. So she goes in. And yeah, you know, she'll say to someone, where's that? And they try to sell her all the high-end expensive crap that she doesn't need.
Yeah.
Thinking that she's not going to know. And yeah, so I just find it disrespectful. So apologies to any women out there that go through it. Bear in mind, not all us blokes think like that. Nope. So don't hate the entire male species. We're not all like it.
Unfortunately, there are plenty of Neanderthals out there, and it's a sad thing to say, but women go through that every day.
It really does. Yep. You know, and yeah, it's just, I just think it's not on.
Whatever you do in your newfound video game addiction, just don't get involved in the gaming community. It's the most toxic, sexist place you can imagine.
Really? Oh, that's disappointing to hear.
Oh God, yeah. You know, it's like, because it's just like, that's one of the reasons I don't play like online games like, you know, Call of Duty and stuff is A, they bore me, but B, the communities are so toxic and misogynistic. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing an online game and you're a woman and you've got voice chat and people hear you, yeah, you're in for a world of hurt.
It's not on, is it?
It's just man children and pathetic blokes that live in basements and stuff like that, and it's like, no, it's every day. Everywhere.
Oh, it just drives you mad, doesn't it? Because as blokes, it gives us, because we all get tarred with the same brush, and I can understand why a lot of women would think that all blokes are the same, but we're not. You know, and
I mean, in some ways we are, because, you know, we are all just basically big children and idiots. But
no, you know what I mean, the sexist, misogynist bit, because by saying that, you're basically saying then that we're all sexist and misogynistic. I can assure you I'm not.
No, I was about to say, it's, you know, we're all big children, but at the same time, not all of us are like
absolutely, because, you know, because, it's the last thing I'd want to be classed as, because it goes against what I am. So, but yeah, it's very frustrating.
Welcome to being a woman, I guess.
You know, because you would work with women and they go, but you blokes are all the same. No, we're not, actually. We're not. You know, so, yeah. I know it's a wibble.
With respect.
Yeah. I know it's a wibble, but I think it's a justifiable wibble.
I mean, I've had a very simple solution to, you know, making sure I don't turn out like that. It's just to treat everybody with respect.
Exactly that.
Man or woman.
Yeah.
It's not a case of treating a woman with respect. It's just treating a human being with respect.
We're all people at the end of the day.
Yep.
Yeah. So apologies for the rant, but it's just one of them. It drives me nuts. It really does.
Yeah. You're not the only one, mate.
You know, my niece was the same. You know, she'd come to the workshop, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, couldn't do me a favour. What's up, love? I've just been and had the car looked at for an MOT, because I didn't do MOTs. And I said, right. And they told me this, and this. I said, oh, have they now? Okay. So you'd get the car up and have a looky-loo, and you go, actually, no, there's nothing going on under there. Let's go down and do a return visit, shall we? So I would take the car in for its MOT, blah, 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 blah. And I would pay the MOT because, you know. And suddenly they would go, oh, that car's been in once. And I go, yeah, see that girl over there? Yeah, she's my niece. One of your people have gone X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Now, I've had it up in the air. This isn't the case. So what are we going to do? Because I'll go to your boss and tell him the practices your mechanics are doing. But then if your boss is part of it, I'll just report you.
Yep.
Because there's a licensed MOT station. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll lose your licence.
Exactly. So, yeah, and it just used to be, don't do it. Just, why have people got to do it? So, in the end, all me sisters and me nieces used to bring their cars over for a pre-MOT check, and I used to scribe down anything that I thought might be a potential snag for them.
Yeah.
And then I'd give them the choice, either I would do it for them and get it done, or they could take their punt with the garage just to see what the garage would say was wrong with it, type of thing.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's wrong. And, you know, plumbers do it quite a bit, don't they, the people?
Yep. I mean, it's one of those things that we kind of, we take it for granted, you know, but we forget that, you know, as blokes, and let's make no bones here, as white blokes, European blokes, we get a lot of things in life that happen to us quite easily, and there's a lot of people who struggle for the basic stuff.
Yes.
And, you know, it's important not to either forget that or not realise that.
Exactly.
You know, be grateful for the fact that, you know, as blokes, there's so many things we can just do without thinking or don't have to think about, but at the same time, it's at the expense of people who do have to fight for these things, stuff that we just take for granted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's ironic, you know. You know, H worded it brilliant. She said it'd just be so nice to go in to a shop or a garage or anywhere else and not get patronised just because of what genitalia you've got.
Yeah, I don't like that word.
Oh, tough. I've said it.
Ew.
You know, my life doesn't evolve around what words you like, dear. But it's just like, yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah. No, it's just, you know, it's so much that we just don't realise is a struggle for so many other people.
Exactly.
It's bad.
Yeah. Apologies if the topic has gone off topic and is bugging people, but it's just something I strongly get the ump about.
Yep.
How do the women in chat feel about it? You know, has it happened to you? You know, it's...
Burping.
You know, I mean, we had a roofer out. Here's another one. He was all right in the end. He got where I was coming from. But he came out to do the lead work and soakers on the roof around the chimney pot because it was pouring in when it rained through Lexi's ceiling, and the ceiling came down and all of that, long story short. So he turns up, does his thing, and he's the geezer who does he's brilliant, this bloke, right? I'll tell you why at the end. When he first came in, he was talking about the work that needed doing, but he was telling me. And I said, no good telling me, mate. I said, the lady's paying the bill, mate. I said, she's the one who rung you and got you out. I said, could you do me a favour and talk to the wife about it? Because, you know, she's the bread and butter winner. I said, I know what you're going to do. I know what soakers are. I said, but she doesn't. I said, so can you talk to her about it and not ignore her? And he was quite apologetic. He was like, mate, my bad. I didn't mean anything by it. I said, no. I said, but it's just nice to... I said, because I ain't going to be around forever. I said, so, you know, when I'm gone, she'll be dealing with stuff like this, and it'd just be nice if people treated her a bit more respectfully. And he was like, yeah, he said, better still. He said, I've got my drone in my van. He said, I'll send it up and go through it. And he carries a drone with him.
Oh, yeah.
And he sends the drone up, and then he was showing her on his iPad.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a few builders and roofers do that, yeah.
And I thought that was such a nifty way of doing it, you know. And she understood what he meant. And she was like, yeah, no worries, go ahead. Well, you know, I'll pay the bill. And I said to him, I said, see the difference? I said, because, yeah, I said, you treated her like a person. He said, meant nothing by it. He said, I just thought instinctively the bloke was paying the bill. He said, my bad. I just said to him, I said, that is such a nifty thing, though, having a drone with you. I said, because I said, people are not 100% sure of what you're doing up there. He said, no, he said, when I'm done, he said, I'll show it all again. He said, so you could see all the new lead up there. And he bought all the old stuff in and showed us it all. And, sent the drone up. He said, there you go, there's all the fresh pointing. I've even gone along the roof, got rid of all the moss, put a couple of Yes, yeah, ridge tiles back and cemented them back down because they are blown away or blown off kilter. And I said, "Say, I'll happily recommend you, mate." And yeah,
it's a good idea because, like, how many times do you get a roofer saying, "Oh, yeah, you got this on your roof and that we can do this," and you're thinking, "I don't know any of this." Is this? But then you can say, "No, look, that there. That's what I can fix. That thing there."
Yeah,
that's the thing that we need to
Squishy
work on.
alert! Edward Leonard's in. He says, "Been lurking since the beginning. Yeah, life. Hope everyone's doing all right." He's also said hello to Jeff and Maggie. He says Fox is painting a Skaven. And he says he's got an awesome idea for a diorama for them. Fess up, Edward. Tell us it all. Tell us it all. We need to know all of the awesomeness.
Yep. Tell us in at least 5 words, preferably more.
Yeah.
Of any awesomeness that you're aware of.
Absolutely. Jeff says, Maggie is sat right next to me, and Edward, right next to me, Edward, and says, hi, there you go. So we better not tell Maggie all the horrible things Jeff was saying then, because she'll tell him off, and we wouldn't do that to Jeff, would we?
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that to Jeff. How much is it worth, Jeff?
Yeah. Yeah. Has Maggie now just given you the look, Jeff? Tell us. Have you got the Gibbs look?
Have you just had the Gibbs look?
Yeah. Or Hibbs, as we now call H, because,
Yes. Does she know that you call her Hibbs?
No, of course she doesn't. I'm not that brave and stupid. I'm going to tell her, am I? Well, I've just told the internet, ain't I? So,
just... Good job she doesn't watch the stream ever,
good job she don't watch the stream, Carl, isn't it, Pilch?
I'm on season 12. I've just started season 13 now.
Yeah. Have you got an overzever going yet?
No, yeah. Yeah, but what's the name is all right.
All part of the evolution of the show.
Although I have to say, Disney Plus is pulling its usual magic.
Oh, what? To watch the last few episodes, you got to buy them or whatever, or
no, that not having episodes in order.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I was watching, I think the penultimate episode, and Bishop and Jake, Bishop's there in a car having a conversation with her husband Jake, and he's saying, right, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she confesses that she's just shot a man dead in Kabul. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Who did she shoot? What now? What's this?
yeah, when did that happen?
And apparently it's in the episode before.
Yeah.
But this was episode 22, and that episode that was episode 21, they actually put as episode 1.
Yeah. So
it's like 4 weeks ago I watched that, and I'm like, at the start of the season, I'm like, wait, she hasn't just been to Kabul and shot. What?
Yeah, when did that happen? Yeah.
And then I think to myself, hang on, have I missed something? Have I missed an episode here? So then I have to go on the detective hunt to find out what they're missing. And it's like, all I know is she said she shot someone. So I'm going like, Google NCIS Bishop shooting man. Who did Bishop shoot?
Yeah.
And in the end, I figured out it was that episode. And then I realised it was the first episode in season 12 on Disney. It's like, they do that all the time in their series. They just take one episode and put it in the wrong place. It's so annoying. Because you think you've missed something, but you haven't.
Yeah.
It's like, don't
Seems to be a recurring thing, doesn't it, with a lot of their TV show content where the sequence goes a bit higgledy-piggledy, doesn't it?
Or some of them, they just don't have they have just a completely missing episode. A number of times I've had to go and look up the write-up of what an episode was about because I've not seen it because it's just not there.
Yeah. It's like, really?
It's frustrating. Dear Jim, why oh why oh why? I mean, dear points of view even.
I was going to say, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that went wrong, didn't it?
Yeah.
Dear points of view, why oh why oh why?
Yeah. Okay, where is it? No.
3 coats of Gawthor brown on these rats to get a good solid colour. That's bad, that is.
Is that it?
Never been a big fan of Gawthor brown.
And also that bit, just in case I need it.
These are tiny little fellas.
Tiny little fellas.
Tiny little fellas. Although the funny thing is, there's a new trailer out for the new edition of Age of Sigmar, which apparently they're revamping Skaven. The Skaven are coming back in a big way. And in the CGI trailer, which is epic, the Skaven are about 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
And it's like, they kind of look like little tiny dudes, but if you were standing next to a normal human in the same scale, they'd be about 7 foot tall. It's like, oh yeah, they're not actually tiny, are they? They're like 8 foot tall, 7 foot tall or something.
And yes, PJ, I've stood up, mate, just in case, because it's
good lad.
Just coming up.
It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's just coming up to 2, so yeah.
Zwei of the o'clock.
I preempted you, mate. I am being good. I thought I'd better stand up because I need that.
Let's have a look at the chat while you're doing that. Jeff Light says, when's the number 21 bus due? I don't get that. LWM says, when I did SAR or SAR with the drone people would come to tell me all the time because the governor was a woman. I'd have to redirect them to her just because I was the guy with the drone, so I must be in charge.
Yeah. I just think it's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Edward Leonard says his idea for the diorama for Skaven involves a taxidermied cat. I'm just calling them my cheese boys.
Can't go wrong with a taxidermied cat, can you?
No.
Okay,
we've got downstairs. Mum bought it years ago. It's not a taxidermied cat, but it's like there's some legend of a ship's cat called Thomas and blah blah blah, whatever it is. But you can buy like very lifelike models of this cat, and it's made with like some rare rabbit fur and stuff. And it's basically a lifelike. It's just a cat curled up asleep.
Yeah.
And Mum, she got it and she put it on the back of the sofa. And I swear, every time somebody came round to the house and saw it for the first time, they'd be like, "Oh, you've got a cat," because it looks so convincing.
Yeah.
And they go to stroke it, and Mum would walk up and just go, because it's made of like, it's like card and like solid hard card inside, like a taxidermied thing.
Yeah.
So she'd go up and go on top of it, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's not real." My mum is very strange.
It's hereditary then.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Don't ever change your strangeness.
I got them genes.
My mum's been remarkably well behaved lately, which means she's up to something.
Good. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Are you still in the good books, by the way?
Yeah.
That's not a good sign either.
Oh, yeah, I'm still in the good books. Yeah.
Mind you did get overheard the other day, didn't you? So.
Sorry?
You did get overheard the other day.
Yeah, been all romantic-y and lovey-dovey.
Yeah, he was singing Hibbs's praises.
That was of the last Frolic, wasn't it?
Yep. And he sent me a message later saying she was only on the other side of the door, listening to every word.
He said, "You can be nice." I was like, "Yeah, damn it." Lulled her into a false sense of security, but yeah.
You can be nice. Oh, dear, don't let it happen again. It won't.
Yeah, I was like, damn it.
It to happen again.
Yeah, suitably busted.
Curses.
But, yeah. Bless her. Oh, she said, "You said loads of nice things about me." And I said, "Yeah, don't get carried away, love."
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I just thought I'd clarify that. I'm not that brave.
Yeah, you're not that brave.
No.
We know that most of the time you say stuff like that on a live stream.
Yeah, no, I didn't say none of that. It's like, yeah.
No.
It's about there. Happy days yet. We're happy.
None of those words were any of the words that came out of your mouth.
I do try every now and then. There you go.
Yeah, but something stops him. It's called self-preservation.
Yeah.
It's one of the things you can do instinctively. Shut up.
Yeah. I'm making her out to be a right ogre. She's not really.
No,
she just doesn't suffer my stupidness. It's like, yeah.
She's not an ogre. She's just smart enough to understand you 100% and deal with you effectively.
Yeah. She's like, yeah. So she says, 50 shades of stupid. Which one's it going to be today? Okay. I go, really? She goes, yeah, really. Damn it.
H knows you've got 3 modes: herp, derp, and herpaderp, and that's it.
Yeah. And of course, she's away for 4 days in April. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I don't know if the world at large is ready for such things to happen.
Yeah, I think the planet might do an handbrake stop, don't you? But
yeah.
4 whole days, PJ. Just think of all the buttons that I can be pressing, mate.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but just make sure Discovery Channel pay you enough for the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to do Rhinox?
Cal's already said to me, I have been instructed that I am to visit frequently. I said, oh, all right then. Doesn't trust me then. He was like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Really, after all these years? Yeah, he says.
Oh, excuse me.
The past offences are many, he says. Yeah, you got a point.
I know. How about Skaven Blight Dinge? That'd be a great colour.
Yeah, that'd be a great colour, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Skaven Blight Dinge for all your Skavens that you want to look a bit dingy.
Dingy.
That's better. I can then come at that, spray the bulk colours, and then go round and detail all the bits afterwards.
Or even Storm Vermin Fur.
Yeah, Storm Vermin Fur.
Storm Vermin Fur here.
3 for £1.
3 for £1.
Fox is going all mockney again. Listen.
What? Jeff has put a $10 super chat in and says a little something to help out with the bills.
Oh, thank you very, very much, Jeff. It really does help me out, mate. You wouldn't believe it. It does, honestly. It helps pay for all of this. Yeah. So a massive, massive thanks to all of you that do it, because, you know, I'm aware of money being tight for everyone, so it really is appreciated that you think of me. It really is.
I've not watched the bill for ages.
Proper lifesavers. See what he did there.
I can't do the music, but I'd love to.
Reg Hollis is God. That's all we're saying.
Reg Hollis is indeed God.
Right, that should be all the bits for that. Wow, another one bites the dust.
One of my favourite moments from the bill. I can't remember exactly who was in it, but anyway. There's Rod Skase.
Yeah.
And they've got to go on a night job. And Rod Skase is like, I've got a date. I'm supposed to be going out on a date. And one of the DIs is like, the boss comes out and he's like, have you heard this, boss? He said, what's that? And he's like, Rod's got a date. He's got a social life. And the boss just looks at Skase and goes, Ponce.
Yeah.
And then walks off, Ponce.
Yeah, I used to like it. Old Burnside did his sidekick when they used to get going. It's like, get in there.
Tosh
brilliant cast. Yeah, brilliant casting all the way through it where he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be a very good series.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't see the later ones, but I stopped watching it around about the time Monroe was there. I remember him.
It was about 2003 or 4. It started becoming a bit soap opera-ish.
Yeah, it got a little bit EastEndery type, and that was it for
everybody.
me.
Yeah, everybody turned into young and glamorous police. It's like, no.
Yeah, it was like...
It turned into like A Sleeping with B, and it's like, oh, really? Soap opera time.
There you go.
Tune out then.
Yeah, I didn't need to carry on what I was saying then, because you pretty much said it all for me. Happy days.
You carry on.
No, you pretty much nailed what I was going to say, but word for word, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't last long after that.
How's your USB warnings going?
I don't know, I can't hear them, so I've got no idea.
Funny that, isn't it? Turning them sounds off. It's really made your life much better, isn't it?
There's no little thing in the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
I must remember to turn them back on again, though, obviously, afterwards.
What, the Windows warnings?
Well, yeah, because I need to find out what it is so I can fix it.
Yeah, I'll tell you that in Device Manager, mate. Not a problem. But no, I don't have Windows sounds on, so that for a game of soldiers. I want their little jingles going off in me logos.
Jingles.
But, yeah, it sounds like you got a bit of detritus or a loose cable going on, mate.
Yeah.
You'll sort it out. Man of your expert prowess and technical abilities.
Yeah, wait, who are we talking about? Who
I'm
just came in
giving you
the
the
room?
benefit of the doubt here, mate. I was trying to big you up. It didn't go well, did it?
Even I know that dog ain't going to hunt.
See what he did there. Let's get one of them bad boys
that
out.
dog ain't going to hunt.
Damn it! You talked about Gary again, didn't you? You're trying to guilt me into going to see Gary, ain't you?
Well, I'm not doing anything at all that suggests that Gary might be starving to death.
You're not the one who's abandoned the dog. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
I'm not the one that's abandoned a dog to starve to death in a hunting lodge with no source of food.
Yeah, how can you abandon that poor bloodhound? $40,000 or $4,000 for a box of dog treats in that game. Really?
Yep.
You're on a bubble, ain't you?
Yep. If they released a DLC that was £100 to buy an automated dog feeder, you'd be like, I'll have that.
Yeah.
And you would.
I know I would.
And you know you would.
Got to look after Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, I did well this week. I got Pandora's box. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nagged that on the deal. Gets in.
Oh, yeah.
You was most proud, wasn't you?
I was. My little boy's growing up so fast.
My little boy. Yeah, he says in a very non-patronising way. I see what you're doing.
My little gaming offspring. Ew, that sounds wrong.
Yeah, that does sound wrong, mate.
Ross
Ross
suggests
has put in a £5 super chat.
Ooh.
He says, get some nom-noms, Colin. Hello, mate. How you doing? Long time no see.
Hello, Ross.
I hope you keep it well, mate, and thank you for your generosity there, Ross. Coming up is a bit of on-screen air guitar, which will hopefully go out on YouTube imminently. It's just flashed up on my screen, so...
Talking of which, fish and chips?
Yeah, I hope you keep it well. Yeah, it's fish and chip day today, mate. Yeah.
Fish and chips.
Yeah. And it's chip shop fish tonight because I had my fillet of fish middle of the week. See, well, middle of the week was bangers and mash. Fish was Tuesday night. So.
Tuesday fish.
Bless her. Yeah, been good. Bloods and all of that lot are well within a happy place. So it's like, yeah.
Yep.
Get something from the chippy, mate. Good girl. She looks after me. She's a keeper.
Yeah. That doesn't mean like 5 steak and kidney puddings.
No.
No.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that to her, mate. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, she's going out of her way to keep things as they should be. The least I can do is obey the rules.
As you're told.
Yeah, basically. Don't get me wrong, it's not massive rules, you know, like that. No. It's just, you know, be sensible.
For the right reason.
Yeah. And it's funny because when this all first started, she's like, I must commend you, she said, because you've not resisted any of this. I said, do you honestly think I'm stupid enough to try to resist your rules? Resistance
stupid or brave?
Is futile.
Stupid or brave, either or.
Yeah, she was mightily impressed, bless her.
Yep.
What's the point of arguing about it? That's how I see it. You know, it's and you're borderline at the moment, so already you're beginning to do things differently. So,
yep.
And it isn't difficult. That's the thing. That's what I was saying to you about.
No, it's not. It's not too bad. It's just, you know, even if it's just a case of eating less rubbish and
that's all it is, mate.
Be a bit more thoughtful about it.
Yeah, been a bit sensible, Fox. Yes, I did say them words, mate.
Don't push it now. Don't ask too much of me.
Anyone aware of seismic activity in Manchester, that's just Fox shuddering at the thought of having to be sensible. Shockwaves are going through the ground as we speak.
Or it's the end result of me eating healthy food and going through my system.
Yeah.
Thump.
Of course, if you do end up on metformin, you will get to experience the wonderful feeling of metformin tummy.
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to that in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it.
So, you'll be able to experience that. Yeah.
going to do one rat in Rhinoxide, but I don't like Rhinoxide. It's too dark.
Lighten it up then.
No, I want to keep it. Oh, I want to keep it just straight from the pot, so I don't have to. If I need to match it later.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Oh, all right, yeah.
I mean, the base colour, not. I mean, I'll mix highlights and stuff, but the base colours, I like to keep them just.
Yeah, it makes sense with the base colours, doesn't it? Because the base colours.
I'm getting quite adventurous with my highlights and stuff. I'm starting to mix little colours.
Oh, you're doing blending?
No. I mean, like, instead of just saying, right, well, I've done rust grey, now I need to use Fenrisian grey as a highlight. I'd be like, no, why don't I just add some yellow to the rust grey or something like that?
Yeah.
Rather than just going for the next lightest colour in the triad.
Yeah, you're doing a nice little transitional hue.
Yeah, sometimes I don't because I'm lazy, and most of the times I don't. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'll just twiddle it a bit. Like I've got to. I got a particular brass colour because I've got the Solar Auxilia tanks and stuff to paint.
Yeah.
And they've got this kind of like bronzy, bright, brassy sort of trim.
Yeah.
And I forgot to order the one of the highlight colours. I didn't order the lighter one to go on top. I think it's Full Grim Brass is the main colour, and I think it's maybe Sycorax Bronze is the highlight.
Oh, right,
yeah. I forgot to order that, so I'm like, you know what? I'll just add some like Ironbreaker or something to the copper colour, and make a little highlight. When I get round to that, I'll just add some Ironbreaker to it and make it.
I'm so proud of you, you know.
I know.
You've grown up so quick. It's not true what everyone said about you. I knew there was hope for you.
Well, from time to time, I remember that I actually found and bought the Citadel tint kit, and I've never used it.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying about that yonks ago. Because
found one that was for sale. I can make my own. It was before contrast came out. Oh, look, I can make my own like washes and glazes. It's contrast paints. Oh,
yes, now known as contrast paints.
Yes, I do think that's a shame that they got rid of the glazes, because I do like the glazes. They're really nice.
Yeah,
I know the contrast paints are very similar, but
yeah, so I don't use them for that. I use them just as blends.
Yeah.
It works better for me. It's kind of what I got them for. So
it's like I've tried Iandon Yellow compared to Lamentis Yellow, and Lamentis Yellow is just a lot bolder and more vibrant. Yeah. And the red one, they've got something or other.
Oh, Bloodletter's red, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the glaze was called Bloodletter, but I don't know what the contrast. It might be Bloodletter. I'm not sure the contrast. Something. It's just not quite as. I don't know. It's like comparing a thin paint to an ink. The ink's got more boldness and brightness in the old glazes. I'm just being old and curmudgeonly, I think.
It's not that one I'm looking
Scale
for.
Model Ninja says, what are you working on, Colin? He says he's doing better. He's just started working in the new modelling cave. And what are you working on?
I'll tell him in a minute. I'm just looking for the red contrast.
All right. It's called...
Bar red.
Not bar red, is it? Might be. Bar red, that's the one. Yeah, it's nice. It's just not. It's not quite the same as Bloodletter.
Yeah,
I will have to start using them.
Go on, carry on an old.
No, go on.
I'm working on an under NSR 500, Ross. I took the opportunity there of whilst he took a breath of getting that in there, mate. Yeah. One of 3 bikes that I'm currently building as part of a trio, mate.
Trio?
Yeah. Carry on, dear.
No, I forgot what I was saying now.
You was on about the contrast reds, mate, and them not as being as good as the glazes.
Oh, I think I was just going to say I will eventually get round to using them once my glazes run out. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the glaze is like I say, Lamentis Yellow, but you're not gonna pay silly, ridiculous prices that people are trying to charge for them. It's like, really, come on.
No.
Get
I was
yourself.
lucky that somebody sent me a load of the Lamentis Yellow, so I was very grateful for that. So I've got my little stash of Lamentis Yellow.
Yeah, I just cheekily made my own.
Yeah, you do that.
Luckily enough, managed to get the recipe. So.
Yeah, people are selling like Lamentis Yellow for silly money.
Yeah, don't buy it, folks. Don't go paying silly money for it.
No. So
that's just price gouging. It's worse, isn't it?
Yep.
It's like it's like people paying ridiculous prices for bottles of clear.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, really, come on.
You know the new stuff's the same, don't you? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was.
If you do, you see people, you know, yeah, but it's the original clear. It's like, it's the same product.
Yeah, they just keep
Just a
it.
different label, but not to worry.
I must admit, though, it's been a long time since I've actually done any gloss varnishing.
Yeah.
It's just not relevant to my hobby at the minute.
No, you've changed dynamic.
Yeah. I mean, like decals, I just do them straight on the paint.
Yeah.
Don't bother glossing now. If I go back to Gunpla, I might have reason to use it again, or when I go back to Gunpla, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Not if.
It's what got you doing what you're doing, wasn't it, Gunpla?
Yeah. Well, I just go where the urge takes me. Every day I wake up and say, what am I happy to work on today? This. Cool.
Ross says he's moving his cave from his living room to the attic. Oh, nice one, mate.
Ooh.
Nice one, mate.
Have you got a window in the attic for the summer?
Yeah, you might want to make sure you got one because, Ted will vouch for that.
Yeah, because the one thing I remember last summer, not last summer, the summer before when it was like massively hot for about 3 weeks, I had to go into the loft to get something.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't been in the loft for about a year, I very rarely go up there. But it had been like in the mid 30s for like about a week.
Yeah.
And this is a standard 3-bed semi. We've got loft insulation.
Oh, yeah.
And I opened the loft hatch and poked my head up, and oh my God, it was like 100 degrees up there. I was like, oh dear Lord.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like ours. It's nuclear up there.
And it's like, it's easy to think for a minute, oh, it's all in shade because it's all dark, so it'll be cool. It's like, no, all the heat from the house goes up into the loft. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And any heat that does go in the loft doesn't go anywhere because it's got insulation.
Yeah, ours is floored up there, and insulated, floored. It's then got the silver stuff on the roof, keep the heat in and all of that, But
our friend TK did the same. He converted his attic, and then had to get like little portable air conditioning because it was like 1,000 degrees. Didn't you go in one day and find one of his kits just melting?
Yes.
Because it was so hot. Crazy Dutch weather.
That's the thing. It just gets hotter and hotter and hotter. Ours does. It gets like a sauna up there. That's probably the best thing that could go in there is a sauna.
Yeah, actually.
To be honest with you, H would love that.
Oh, yeah.
She's always wanted one of those little cubicle saunas, the ones they have in the States in their little health farms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with a door on the front, and it's like, yeah. She's always fancied one of them.
Ross says he's moving his cave from the living room to the attic because he has a new computer set up with twin screens running off a Drea Quest Pro 512 gigabyte quad core. I don't know what any of that means.
Nice. Bless him. Yeah, I've got a twin screen set up. It really does save the day, mate.
Mm-hmm. It does. My secondary screen's like a little cheap one I stole from work. It was worth about 5p. But hey, I just use it for the occasional bit and bob.
Does the job.
I don't use it for much. It's like if I'm doing stuff in Photoshop, I'll have the menus or my file explorer open on that second screen.
Oh, yeah.
Just out the way.
Oh, yeah. Works a treat, mate. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I've got the Hangout we're in and the chat on this screen. And then on the other one, I've got the streaming software so that I can see that it's all going out at the right speed and all of that. So
you're a streaming software.
I like being a streaming software, mate.
You ain't got the burps tonight, haven't you?
I have. I've got trap wind, mate.
Unfortunately, I don't have the trumps, it seems.
Yeah, I'm like a bellows at the moment. If I stretch, move, or whatever, it's wind expels from within.
Wind in, wind out. I haven't heard anything yet, so you're safe so far.
Yeah, that's called being puckered, mate.
Clenching for the life of you. Clenching for dear life.
Right, so
Skaven Black Dinge!
So that's another bike pre-assembled.
Be very careful. Keeping the relevant paint with the relevant Skaven here, but I'm going to have to put it all back in the box at some point.
Proud of you, soldier.
I'll have forgotten by the next time I get these out.
So we'll let that do its thing.
I'm going to carry on with these over the weekend anyway.
Like so.
How are you getting on with yours, buddy?
That one's done already, mate. That's ready to be primed and doing its thing. So I'll start the Panagali now.
Sounds like an edible thing.
Yeah, so that's another one bites the dust. I've got all the decals and everything that'll go on once that's done. So that's the NSR 500 ready. So far we have got on that one, let's just move that out of the way. That's the Suzuki. And then we got the Panagali. We got the NSR on that one. So
that's like so many bits on sticks.
Yeah, I'll start doing the Panagali then, and the Panagali will go on that one. So
nice. Like doing Gumpler that, all them sticks.
Yeah, I like I say, I can just pick it up. I know what it is. That's that bike. That's this bike. That's that one. And Bob's your uncle, isn't it?
You can batch them, can't you?
Yeah, back paint them, mate.
How long do you think that'll be a painting session? That all them bits?
It'll be a day. Prime it all. Let it go off overnight, and then go around, do all the different colours. But yeah, a couple of days probably, on and off. Yeah. Depends on how my week goes, because you know what happens when I plan.
Yeah, I don't plan.
So it's going to be, at least with this, I can have the booth set up in a couple of minutes, so I can literally just go, well, I can prime that bike, because, you know, I can only get one bike in the hot air box anyway, and currently that's occupied by the Merc. So, but for me, they're ready to go. Just sit them on the bed of my 3D printer at the moment and grab them as and when I need to. So,
what else have you got ready for spraying then that's not shiny car stuff? Anything that doesn't need the hot box?
No, because that's all my Warhammer painting stuff. My Harley Quinn. I've got my Goliath there. I've got Rogel Dawn there. I've got Ringo, Bluey car.
Just think of anything else you could spray while you got the spray booth out. That doesn't need the heated box, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, the heat box is purely to stop one dust and detritus getting all over the car body shells and the bike panels. But also it warms all my paint up, because like I have my paint sat in there. I switch the box on so it warms the paint up before I go to spray it. Just makes it flow a bit better. And currently in the hot box at the moment is the body shell for the Merc.
Body shell.
Because that will be getting its top coat tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So, then obviously, currently, I've got my turret in red oxide. Big boost there.
So big. That looks great in red oxide, that.
Yeah. So that'll be getting some deft primer over it. So let's move these two bikes over here. Ready.
I think I shall carry on painting these puppies over the weekend, I think.
You want to paint your puppies, fine. You'll get arrested if you take them out in public.
You.
Right. We can start. The Ducati 1199 Panigale. And as you can see, it looks red. I ain't doing none of that.
You do none of that?
No, it's going to be painted in quite a garish colour.
Ooh.
And I've got the colour somewhere. Where is it? It's out on the shelf there.
A colour that looks a little bit like this.
Yeah, it's on the shelf there because it's on your next range of paint jobs. That's why it's there. Yeah, it's working well for you today, Cole. Let's just do it that way.
Are you having a day like mine?
Look at that. Oh, there it is, eh?
Oh, that's high vis, that is.
That's proper neon yellow. That's for the Grazzi Ballet bike. So
that's a bit of all right. That's actually one of those colours that makes you a little bit hungry.
Yeah, so it's proper And I got all the decals and all of that lot. So, yeah.
See, if they made actual drinks that were that colour, I'd be like drinking them all the time.
Happy days. Yeah, it'd be good to see you back on air, Ross, because you... I don't know whether you're still live streaming or whether you're like me and have had an epiphany moment where you're questioning whether you want to do it. But luckily for me, I've had people around me that kicked my backside and said, carry on.
Yeah. Crack on, lad.
Right, let's have a look.
Can't have the internet without Festa.
Yeah, I've got the instructions somewhere. They'll be on my clipboard of instructions with all the decals in it because... Yeah. There you go, let's bring that out. Put that just aside there. Because I was asked about the decals. That's the yellow one. It's going to be done. That's what the Panigali's going to be done with.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty loud, isn't it? And then, yeah.
Is that the person's name on the side? Grazie Vale.
It's Thank You Valet. It's basically when Valentino Rossi retired. His stepbrother had a dedicated paint scheme on his bike. He then got his dad's bike there. That's going to be the Suzuki, so that's Graziano's bike. And then the Nastro Azzurro Honda. Where did I put the details for that? They might be in here with this lot. Or is that
As
just
in the beer
Grazia?
Nastro Azzurro?
It's their sponsorship that they had for that particular model. What's that? That's all the Valentino decals. Yeah, the Honda ones may well be in the box with the Honda decals. Yeah.
Nastro Azzurro is one of those weird beers that when you have it at an Italian restaurant,
yeah, it
tastes really nice.
Yeah.
But when you have it at home, it's horrible. It's just like, but when you go to an Italian restaurant and it's like you get that or that's it, that's your entire choice for beers, Nastro Azzurro. It tastes all right.
Yeah. Oh, there they are. I knew I'd seen them. So what I'll do is I'll put them with the other decals so that I know they're nice. There is method to my madness.
No. Edward Leonard says, look forward to seeing you back soon, Ross. I always support. Yes, yeah. I'm out, folks. Thanks, and night, everyone. Stay safe and be happy, said Edward. Take care, Edward.
No worries, mate. Thanks for coming in, Edward. Always lovely to see you, mate. There you go. Let's put them all in there.
Ross says, once I get sorted out, I'll be back. Just streaming, just needed to take some time to myself and taking advantage of the break to move.
Exactly. We all have to have a break now and then. Let's get the Panigale instructions out.
I'd love to get back to streaming.
Don't get them in there. There's nothing stopping you, is there?
Well, we've had the conversation, you know what.
Yeah, but
going on.
We've all got real life, dear.
I know.
There's no obligation at the end of the day, is there? There's nothing.
No, I miss it. I miss doing it. I'll get back to it. I will return.
Right.
Paint his ears.
Panigale. Got quite a little collection of Panigales. I've got another one of these to build that is going to be proper. Do you remember the Wendy Hickson bike that she got? The Tricolore one that I recently done. I've got another one of them where I'm doing a proper fested version of it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
There should always be a fested version. It's the correct version.
Exactly. So the purists will probably hate it, but I kind of don't care.
But you know what? That's what you live for. You live for their salty tears.
Well, at the end of the day, it's my model. I paid for it.
Live for their salty tears. Love it.
The Greebles box is going to have a load of spares, put it that way, because a third of the bike isn't actually getting used. All them Greebles.
Like me playing games on easy. Yeah. People are like, how can you play a game on easy? Yeah, it's like, because I enjoy it. Sure, don't care. Cry more.
Play it how you want. You know, it's like, all right, I shot a rabbit during the week in the game, but it's the first thing I'd shot for weeks because I'm just going around opening up outposts and viewing galleries because I want to unlock the map. So,
No, you get the people that think they're hardcore gamers and they say, "Oh, you should play it on hard," or it's like, I'll just play it on whatever I want. And also, I'm not 12, so bye. Your opinion has been noted and duly ignored.
The one I used to get is, why you're playing the game that was around in the 90s? Because I like the game. Well, is there a time limit then on when you can't play a game?
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
Right, you just shut up and go back to watching your silly Twitch nonsense, and I'll start doing proper games. Yeah.
Oh, you're still playing Grim Fandango? That was out years ago. Why? Because I like the bloody game. So what? So, does make me laugh.
How can somebody be into games and not understand the value of vintage games?
At the end of the day, we do what we want, how we want, when we want. It's what life is about, choices.
So why are you playing these old games? Well, the same reason that all the companies keep remastering the old games and putting them on their current consoles. That's why.
Yeah.
I've been playing Dark Forces on the Xbox. Oh man, it's just...
Yeah, you got a stack of that, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. I've only played a little bit of it, and it's just so good. Dark Forces, but I've not got to the sewer level yet, and I remember the sewer level was just like, oh. Jeff says, neon yellow, wow, that's going to look amazing. What colour primer are you going to use?
Pink.
Good question. Ooh, I can see that.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, it'd be a pink primer, Jeff. Yeah.
For really bold yellows.
Yeah. So, yeah, good question, mate. Yeah.
What colour is Zemisi Desert?
Yeah.
How close is that to that?
Doesn't give the washed out yellow that a white would. It's just, I don't know, it's just enough pigment in the pink primer for it to still slap the taste out your mouth. So
yeah, it just gives it a little bit extra depth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit extra. Hello, morning, Vicar. What? Ooh.
Go, a bit of that. Yeah. Okay, so
2 dudes left to do, and I'll do them Zemisi Desert.
yeah, they're going to be the gold colour, so they'll be separate. That is also the gold colour, so that will be separate. Those and those, okay. Oh, days. We can
you're getting old when some of your favourite colours are browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I need is a nice pair of corduroys and a nice dark brown.
I still want a corduroy jacket, you know.
Really? You're still set on that, aren't you? Yeah.
I've been having corduroy thoughts. I did have a pair of brown corduroy trousers for a while.
Really?
And they were actually quite nice, yeah. Quite good. I used to like them. They were pleasant.
God, last time I had a pair of cords was back in the 80s when it was that real thick corduroy that was around for a couple of seasons. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, like almost like balloon trousers, weren't they? It was like, yeah.
Balloon?
The time you thought it looked so good with your Technicolor jumper, and it's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, or your very tight tank top with the pattern on it.
Yeah, and your mullet. It's like, yeah.
Well, I never had a mullet.
No, you had a fake ponytail. I had a mullet.
I did have a fake ponytail in the 80s. Yeah. Not when I was a kid. I don't know. I had probably a short back size.
Hold up a minute. You're trying to justify that it wasn't in the 80s. You still had a fake ponytail. Come on.
Nothing wrong with that. Looking like a pirate's cool.
Sure.
It's cool to look like a pirate.
Of course it is, mate.
Yeah, everybody likes pirates. Have I got a different brown?
Bless you.
No.
Yes. I'm looking forward to doing the paint job, Jeff, to be quite honest with you, mate. It's proper out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What other colour can I do these ratty rats?
What colours you got? You got a selection of colours. What's this, for the fur or for the clothing?
Yeah, for the fur. I mean, I've done 4 of them at XV88.
Right.
I've done 4 as Steel Legion Drab. 3 is that.
Yeah.
3 is Morn Fang Browns. It's a nice reddy brown. 3 is Gawthor, which is a kind of feeble brown. I've got 3 Storm Vermin Fur, 3 light grey, and 3 medium grey.
Did you say Steel Legion Drab? Did you say?
Yeah, I've done 3 with Steel Legion Drab.
What
the other browns I've got?
What about a lighter one then with Balor Brown? Would that be too light for you?
Well, I just tried doing one with Zamisi Desert and it was too yellow.
What about Bugman's Glow?
Oh, I forgot about Bugman's Glow.
Because you could dry brush a bit of Scrag Brown in amongst that, couldn't you? And have a little bit of a transitional colour.
Bugman's Glow.
I just realised I'm sitting here not giving you Warhammer paints.
You're giving me... I know. Because the thing to keep... I have to keep in mind, I'm giving them I'm using rat skin flesh for their skin, which is a very sort of...
bit of Bugman's
warm,
Glow.
pinky colour.
Yay colour, isn't it?
Yeah, that with a wash over it. Mine's gone a bit weird. Look at that.
Yeah, put a wash over it. It should...
Because what I might do on the 2 greys, because they're not the same, but they're slightly similar.
Yeah.
I might use different coloured shades. So one of them I'll use a black shade, and one of them I'll use maybe a red shade.
That'd work.
Over grey. Yeah. But I've also got a grey seer who is he is a grey seer, and they're usually white, so I don't want to do any white rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to make sure the Bugman's Dog doesn't just look like skin, so I'll have to shade it with something interesting.
Yeah.
Get out of bed. How is Hibbs anyway?
She's all right, mate. Yeah, she's...
You always ask me how Mama Wolf is, but I never ask you how Hibbs is doing.
She's all right, mate. Yeah, she's gearing up for June when she has her hand operation. So she's...
I was about to ask you when that was.
Yeah, she's a little bit... She was like this when she had the first one done. She goes into a little bit of a subdued mode for a while when I leave her to that because she's mulling it over because she doesn't like having operations and she's a bit...
No.
She gets a bit worried that something might go wrong. So she goes into a little bit of a... I wouldn't say a depression, but she contemplatory mode, you know. And
I think that's normal though for anybody who's going through something like that. I think that's absolutely fine and normal.
She normally hands over the what to do in case of emergency book to Lex, along with the fireproof box with all the phone numbers to ring for the wheels and that. She's quite morbid, but she's very practical as well. And
no, it makes sense.
Because obviously with her blood pressure issues, going under is a risk. So she goes through that stage, and I think that's what she's doing at the moment, because I have seen the blue box out, and so I don't bother asking her because I know what she's thinking. She doesn't need it clarified, and so she goes through that stage at this moment in time, so I'll just leave her to it. It's a way of preparing, mate.
Yeah. It's a natural concern and response, isn't it, to that kind of thing?
Yeah.
People didn't worry about it.
I never understand, she says, how you're so easygoing when you go under the knife. I said, well, what can you do?
Yeah.
You know, we all deal with things differently at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, even for minor procedures, even I can get kind of stressed out in advance of minor procedures.
Last time she went... It was like, right, if anything goes wrong, right, don't stay in this house. It's too big. Find yourself somewhere smaller to burn. And she just went through all of this stuff. And I went, you really are putting the EBGBs up me now, love, because now I'm getting stressed and worried. Yeah. That's her way. It's just how she is, mate. So you just listen to it. Like, no worries, love.
Well, I think with the two of you anyway, because that's the way you've had to be with yourself. It's probably just natural instinct for her now to be that way with herself anyway. Yeah. Because that's just the way you've got to be with you. So
exactly. It's like, So
it's just natural order for you two.
Oh, yeah. When I went down and did the wheel and done all my funeral stuff, at the time she was like, really, this is quite morbid. But she's since gone down the same route, but I like things neat, and...
squared away and tidy.
So we ain't got to worry about it. She knows everything's going to be fine. And like I said, it all automatically kicks in at the end of the day. If anything were to go wrong, you've only got to ring this number and they deal with everything.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. And I think that's the right thing to do myself.
Yeah.
And, yeah. The boys found it odd when we had that conversation with them, but they're cool with it now. They know our reasoning.
Yeah, it's just a practical thing. When somebody in your situation, you've got to be practical about it anyway.
But Lex refers to it as Mum Cupboard spoke to us earlier. All right. I said, and he says, I've been issued with the dead box. All right, love.
The dead box.
Yeah, that's what he calls it. And I go, all right, mate. Just thought I'd let you know. I go, that's all right, mate.
It's like that. Yeah, it's like that or the nuclear football, one of the two.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just the way he said, yeah, I've been issued with the dead box. I said, yeah, just let her do it. That's her way, mate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, does it worry you? I said, of course it bloody does. I said, but it's Mum's way. I said, we all do things differently, mate.
It's natural to get stressed before these kind of things. Even mine, like I said, I had to go in for something on Monday.
Yeah.
And I was a bit sleepless the night before, and it turns out when I got there, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll sort you out. I'll book you in for the next 6 weeks." Oh, okay, so you're not doing it now. No. Ugh.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happens to us all, mate.
Mm-hmm.
What was I thinking? Can't remember.
It's no different to you knowing you're going to go to the dentist the next day.
Well, this is it. I mean, I've got another procedure later on in the year, and it's a quick, couple of days in type thing, but they told me I was a bit gloomy for a few days, and then it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yep.
So that'll probably be, what are we now, January, February, May. I'm going in May, just before H to have that sorted.
Yeah.
So, and that's it, it kicks you in the teeth, and you think, oh, for God's sake, not another one, but hey-ho.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Sleepless the night before, but
I'm usually, when I get the news, I have a sleepless night, especially when you get called in because you know they found something. Basically, you have your MRIs done. Oh yeah, you've got another tumour in your back there. So, straight away you're like, oh, great. And then once you've gotten over that, you then go, yeah, all right, when can it get taken out? Blah, blah, blah. And then you build up, get it done, and then move on, don't you?
The funny thing is, it's like whenever I've had, stuff that needed to be done, and like you say at the time, you're like, ugh. I mean, there's always been minor stuff for me, but it's almost like you don't stress about it.
No.
But by the time it comes to like a week before, you're just like, can it just be after now, please? I'm just bored with waiting for it.
Yeah, with me, when I know
you almost want it to happen quicker.
Yeah, when I know months in advance it's coming up, I kind of immediately just want it done and dusted so that I can get back to the bench and get on. Because for me, it's an unnecessary hindrance. That may sound
you just want to get it over with, don't you?
Wrong the way I'm wording it, but it is. It's bloody inconvenient. I'm sorry, but
it's almost like you almost get eager to have it happen faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so I get the ump with it for a few days, and then I'm like, okay, it's what it is. I can't change it. I've got to go in. Yeah. Let's just get the date, get it in, get it done, move on.
Yep.
Yeah, though, but I've already spoken to Richard, and he's like, yeah, we'll get that sorted, mate. Don't worry about it. I said, I'm not. I said, I want it done.
Yeah, well, done and out of the way. Thank you very much. I've got stuff to do.
Well, whilst I'm there, I'll do your bone spurs for you. Yeah, happy days, mate. So that's it. We've had the conversation. I'm in his hands. I trust him implicitly, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, done.
So I'm like, well, H is going in June. I said, to have her hands done. He said, I'll get you in May. Get you done before that. He said, because you ain't got to worry then, and she certainly hasn't got to worry about the fact that you're going under the knife then. He said, you're done then, ain't you? Good man.
See, this is the advantage you have of being under the same specialist for years, is that you get that relationship with them.
Yeah.
So they, you can do things like that. Whereas if you were just like an occasional thing, you just wouldn't get that kind of treatment.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give you that kind of have a relationship with you. So
exactly, and he's one of them physicians. There's no BS with him. He tells you as it is. He knows what I'm like. And I said to him, don't pussyfoot around things. If ever you want to deliver me bad news, just tell me. I'll understand.
Yep.
I said, I'd rather you be honest than dishonest. I said, so just tell me. But, I'm lucky. These are all benign, so it's just part of, but And he just goes in, does his thing. Yeah, no worries. I go, how long's it going to take before I can get back to my bench? He said, well, I could give you a guideline. He said, but knowing you, he said, you'll be back at your bench in 24, 48 hours. He said, so I'll just give you a set of cursory things on what not to do. So
yeah. He knows you well enough.
He does, and he knows, like he said, what you do, he said, with life is low impact. He said, so I haven't got to worry about you undoing any of me work. He said, and he said, I've met Helen. He said, she's not going to stand for your BS. He said, so.
No.
He said, if I say to her 3-4 days, he said, I know she's going to make you rest for 3 or 4 days. So.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to UNH, there's no leeway.
No.
There's what the doctor wants you to do, and H will make sure that's exactly what you do.
But yeah, I mean, it was routine MRI again. He went, spotted something I'm not 100% unhappy with. He says, blah, blah, blah. He said, got a choice. Just let it do its thing, he said, and have a big procedure in a few years. He said, we just whip it out now. Get it rid. He said, I'm glad you said that. He said, because I kind of just want to get rid of it. He said, but you've got a horrible bone spur there. He said, you're having issues with certain nerves again. I went, yep. He said, I'll get rid of them at the same time. Happy days.
Yep, done.
I'm all right then, because I've been called in, and when you get called in, you think, oh, no.
What have they found?
Yeah. And then literally, once you've had the appointment, and then, all right, you've been told you've got another procedure, that don't really worry me, because I know I'm in good hands.
Yeah, you've been through enough procedures that the actual procedure itself.
Exactly. It's the inconvenience of it that I don't like, because I always say it, I'd like a surgery-free year, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, I've got a choice. Don't have it done and let it get bigger and bigger and cause more problems, or just get rid of it.
Yeah.
What would you do? You're just going to go, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you've been through so much now that, like, the actual thought of surgery and recovery is like, yeah, whatever, just do it.
That don't bother me now. Because I know what they are. I know why they happen. And I'm pretty cool with it, to be quite honest with you. It's disappointing that it's so quick, but then it's 8 years, Fox, since I had the metal work put in.
Yep.
On quick, innit? Don't seem it, does it?
Yeah. No.
I mean, Goliath was taken out nearly 2 years ago.
And the thing with you is, it's like, you live every day in pain. So for you, post surgery is nothing. You're like, what? I'm in pain every day, so it makes no difference.
It's just something different.
Like for me,
you get the drains and all of that faff, but that's only for 4 days. So
yeah, I mean, for me, it'd be like I'm going to be in agony for like 3 or 4 days. For you, it's like, what's different?
Yeah,
it's just a day for you.
Yeah, it's just a few days, and it's just like, there you go, that's the one, Cole. So, I'll get it done. There's nothing sinister, nothing,
Mm-hmm.
But, it'd be the usual thing. There's bound to be folk will wonder why I'm not about for a couple of days. Well, that's the reason. It's no big secret. Me boys know now. It's like anything. I don't like saying anything. I mean, you know about it because I told you a couple of weeks back. But until they've been informed, I like to try not to do much on air. But now that it's known, it's like,
Yeah, talking of you being in trouble, have you heard any signs of movement from upstairs?
Oh, that's a good shout, actually. Yeah, I've got on mute. I'll put,
I shall read chat while you do that. I can imagine Fox in a corduroy suit walking into the teacher's lounge and fitting in perfectly. I would need to have one of those cups of coffee that has the skin on top. When your teacher used to have a swig of coffee and then we'll be like chewing on something for like 30 seconds. Never figured out what they were chewing on, but that's what I'd be like. Right, so we've got all these base colours on these ratty cheesy boys. Well, I've got the fur base colours. So what I'm going to do, these are all done. The next step is going to be painting the skin, because what I'm going to have is basically the fur colour over all the exposed body parts, and then the feet, the hands and the muzzle is where they'll have the skin colours, where there's no fur. Now, if I was really talented, and I mean if I actually had any talent, what I would do was start painting. There are like moulded in fur texture on things like elbows and thighs and stuff in various places. So we can do highlights and things there. But what I would do if I was really talented and Japanese perhaps and able to paint tiny things, I would start painting fur, like lines into the actual fur. Because most of the body is just moulded as if it was just skin. It's just like, muscle texture. It's not got moulded fur. So I'm going to be painting the fur, the flat fur, just as I would paint skin with different colours.
You're made of moulded fur.
Well, thank you very much. I don't think I've quite got the skills to paint tiny little lines in the fur to make all the fur look like fur, because that would require a telescope, I think.
Oh, what you could do with is a nice microscope, Fox. See what I'm doing?
No, I don't think it's a question of seeing it. It's a question of being able to paint tiny things that small. I think it's beyond me.
Yeah.
Was she like, oh?
Yeah, she was a little bit, yeah. Oh, ain't that time already? Yeah, it is.
She loves you, but never at 2:45 in the morning.
See, I had the mischiefs the other week when I was off air, and we did the usual. Sat there, had the dinner. She said, "Right, I've got to go to bed for a few hours." Yeah, no worries, love. So Helen's one of these people. As soon as her head touches the pillow, she's out comatose.
I wish I could do that.
So do I, because I lay there for hours, tossing and turning and fidgeting. So I thought, I'll give it 10 minutes. So I ambled upstairs and I could hear snoring emanating from the bedroom. So I rung her up and said, I'll just let you know it's time to get to go to work. Oh, that was quick. And then she looked at me and said, I ain't going to kill you when I get down, because I've just looked at the clock. You are going to die a slow, painful death.
At what point did you think that was a good idea?
Well, the point it went into my mind, and I'd already picked up the phone and started dialing, hadn't I? You know what I mean?
It came into your mind after you'd said all the words.
Yeah. And yeah, she just was like, really? What made you think that was a good idea? You've just put the word think in, dear.
Yeah, that's the first mistake you made, love.
It seemed funny at the time. I was giggling as I was doing it, thinking, oh, this is going to be fun. Instant regret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, it's, yeah.
You are your own worst enemy, aren't you?
Yeah. Should I really want to inflict harm on you, she says, but I shall get you back. Don't know when, don't know where, but I will get my revenge on you, dear. Damn it.
That sounds like a song. Like, don't know where, don't know when.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to end badly for me, isn't it? She went, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I've had a cunning idea.
Oh, dear. You go careful. You're having a ball trick. You're having a cunning plan.
I'm going to write numbers on my dudes, and then I'll write what in my book of words, what each number means for colour, so I know what colour each one is when it comes to layering.
Do you know, I'm so proud of you.
I know, I had my moments.
Surprised you didn't have a spreadsheet.
I could do, but that would require using my noisy keyboard, and that will make you angry, and I don't like making you angry.
Oh, that keyboard is the world's most annoying keyboard. Come on.
It's not, it's brilliant.
It's unnecessarily noisy.
It's perfectly accurate, acceptably noisy.
So you seem to use your keyboard like Cozy Powell with a drum kit, mate, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you've got an IBM Model M keyboard that goes dig, 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 you have to type it harder to make the most of the dig, 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 dig sound. That's the idea, you see.
In your little world of foxiness, that's a plausible excuse, isn't it?
You don't buy the world's best mechanical keyboard to hide the sound of the world's best mechanical keyboard mechanism.
What's he like?
Make most of it. Dee 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 dee.
Yeah, I worry about you.
I wouldn't.
Okay, I'll stop then.
I wouldn't worry about me.
There you go. Bit of gloop around there. Bob's your uncle. Let that go a bit tacky.
Little numbers.
Whilst I'm doing that, I'll have a swig of juice because I've got a throat driving Gandhi's flip-flop.
Chat seems to have died, so come on, folks. Type things, type words. Ask us questions. Give us stuff to talk about.
We probably sent them all to sleep, mate, bless them.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
They're probably like, because don't them two ever shut up. That's what they're thinking. We know.
It's probably good that we don't in the middle of a live stream, but I know what you mean. That's Skaven Blight Dinge.
Get all your dinge here. All the dinge.
Skaven Blight Dinge. And we have these guys over here, which are Storm Vermin Fur.
There you go. So we want that to go off now. Then we'll lose the horrible seam as and when.
Somebody's going to buy these one day, and I've no idea why there's numbers written on the bases.
Oh, you flipping that set, are you?
Oh, yeah. Like, is this some kind of tactical thing? No, it's just numbers for painting. Don't worry about that. You'll
be surprised how many people do it that way, mate.
Mm-hmm. Right, pen.
Right.
So, right, which number was which now? Right, number 1. Writing words.
Yeah.
Skaven. Number 1. Gawthor Brown.
You've got your tongue hanging out, ain't you?
I know. I've got such bad handwriting that when I write stuff down, I can't read it and I have to scribble it out and rewrite it.
Mine looks like a spider fell in an inkwell and then walked across the page.
I've seen your handwriting on something that you wrote on something and it was quite neat.
Yeah, I write in capitals.
You labelled something on your bench.
Many hours of dedication goes into my writing, mate.
And it was quite neat.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of my jars.
Yes, your oven thingy jars.
Yeah, believe you me, mate. Yeah, if you saw my notebook, you'd be like, what the hell's that scroll? Yeah. There's times I look at H and go, can you read that? She goes, no.
There have been times I've written out a whole sentence and then just had to scribble it out and just rewrite it because I'm like, it's like I'll start writing and my brain will just go, oh, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And I'll go from doing letters to just going, just draw
you go from longhand to shorthand in a sentence, don't you?
Yeah. You go from longhand to no hand. It's like, 4 is Mornfang Brown.
Yeah.
This is just in case I need to layer over them with the original layer colour. I don't remember what the hell they are.
H still does that, writes in shorthand.
I never learned shorthand.
Yeah, she did it when she was typey in the offices.
We did have...
Back in the day.
When I was a kid, we had in the house 2 books. One was Learn to Type with Mavis Beacon.
Yeah, Mavis Beacon teaches typing. Yeah.
Yeah, and one was, I think it was Mavis Beacon again, was How to Do Shorthand.
Yeah.
And I remember trying to teach myself. I was like 7 years old trying to teach myself how to do shorthand, and I never learned.
Yeah.
Skaven Blight Dinge.
One of the blokes that we used to know, his wife was a court stenographer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it is like, yeah. So I often wonder how that works. Because apparently each stenographer has their own unique setup on the machine or whatever that does it their way type of thing. You know, I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, it always looks interesting when you see especially if you're watching. I watched the what was it called, the O.J. Simpson trial back in the day.
Yeah,
and they would all be quite animated in the defence, and you just see this little old lady daintily just.
Yep. La 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 la.
And it's like she's typing 5 times slower than what they're saying, but.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know how it works, but I assume it's like there's just like you've got like a small number of keys and it's different combinations make
pretty
different
much.
Like,
yeah, I think there's only half a dozen or so keys on the machine, but it's
instead of typing 1 key per letter, it's
the codes. You know, it's basically the combinations of those together that fascinates me because languages always have, probably because of my ability to destroy them all. But languages always have how you could literally go 2 miles and people are talking A in a different accent. Or if you're on mainland Europe, you know, you go through a border crossing and literally the other side of the hill, they're talking a completely different language. I find it fascinating.
Yeah. I often wonder if like the worst place to be a stenographer would be like Italy.
Because Go on, you carry on.
If you watch like an Italian newsreader,
yeah,
it's like 3,000 words a minute.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's like,
no, you carry on. It's like, yeah. Bless you.
Like, wow, it must be the worst place to be a stenographer.
Italian road rage, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Italian road rage takes half an hour.
But it's a beautiful language. It's very gesture related, but they've got so many different words to say the same thing. I suppose it's a bit like us with slang words and regional dialects, but yeah. But I just love listening to different languages being spoken and trying to figure out what they're actually saying. And you look at the body language of that, and yeah, like German is a very gruff language when you hear it.
Like German.
It's a wonderful language to listen to. It's a strange one. It's compelling.
I've been listening to Irving Finkel's The First Ghosts, which is all about such things in ancient Mesopotamia, and it's like I've ended up thinking, you know what, I'd really actually like to learn to read and write cuneiform. Yeah. Except it would take me 40 years and I'll never do it. But
yeah, see, I'm one of them people. I can speak and pronounce Russian a lot better than I can English. It's a weird skill to have, but
not very marketable right now. But
no,
you never know in the future.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? You know, I seem to be able to pick that up, but I've always wanted to learn Chinese because I look at the way it's written and it always looks a very beautiful language, you know. And
there's something like 200 and something characters in the written language.
You know, and it's one of those. I've always fancied having a go at it, but I would end up getting arrested, wouldn't I? Because can you imagine me trying to speak in Chinese? It would be...
Well, the trick with Chinese, and I was watching a video the other day about something, and it was some language type video, history of language, and she was giving an example, and she said some languages, it doesn't really apply in the Latin languages like English and Spanish, and, you know, or the Romantic languages like French and Italian. French, the other ones. He said, but in things like Mandarin and other Chinese and Asian languages, the actual intonation is very, very important. And she said, because you can say the same thing, but even with the slightest change of intonation, it means something completely different.
Yeah.
And she said, so this phrase in Mandarin, and it was like, you know, whatever, means I'm going through the door. But if you just change, like, instead of saying schwa and say schwa at the end, that means your wife is ugly.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this is a stupid example, but it's like you could just change the way you intone the pitch of the voice, and it's like, how would you even learn that?
Exactly.
If I said to you, I'm going to the pub, or I'm going to the pub, and one could mean I'm having a poo, and one could mean my dog needs to go to the vet.
Yeah.
It's like, how would you even learn that? Such insanity.
Yeah. I mean, it's just another language that I could suitably destroy at my leisure, isn't it?
I think you'd be good doing German.
H is trying to learn German at the moment. She's doing one of them teach yourself German course things, you know, and bless her. She goes through stages like this. I want to learn the language. Have at it, love. Go for it.
You go for it. Have it large.
Yeah. No, you carry on, love. I'm still learning English. Don't worry about it. She finds it funny because she sits there and goes, could you say this? And I'll say it, and she'll go, that is so funny. Okay, yeah. Did you want to laugh? You want to listen to my phone trying to interpret me with Siri? Yeah.
Or reading the auto subs on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. Neither do I, love, but I'll have a go.
Right, let's paint some fleshy bits.
YouTube's closed captions absolutely loves it, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get this together. How are we now? 3 o'clock. Go to 3:30, mate, if that's all right.
Yeah, works for me, dude.
Have a bit of that on there. That bit of frame goes together. See, I'm doing this from memory because this is Panigale number 4, I think it is, that I've built. Did one for me nephew. Done 2 for myself. Yeah, Panigale number 4. It's funny, he had that conversation where he goes, do you ever get fed up building motorbikes? And as I was about to say, can do, he's like, could you build these for me? Damn it. Of course I will.
Of course I will, lad.
Yeah. He buys the kits and paints and I'll just build them for him. He said, I'd love to have a go. He said, but I wouldn't be able to do it. So give it a go, but he tried a fun weekend build and apparently it didn't go well for him, so.
Who's that?
My nephew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun weekend build.
Yeah. Alex don't mind. He loves it. Just sits there and gets it done. Builds it all in pre-paintable sub-assemblies for me. Yep. He knows how I build. He'll just say, right, how do you want me to do this? Comes in handy because, like I say, if I've got a lot of building to do, I can just throw a few at him now. But he has said going forward that if I do have to stop, he'll just do the building for me so I can do the painting.
Yeah.
Works both ways then, doesn't it? So,
well, that's the advantage, you see.
Yeah.
What's he currently on at the minute? Still orcs, or is he doing his Tyranids?
no, he was doing one of them creatures that he ordered in the box of goodness that we went and explored.
That's right.
Yeah, doing one of them at the moment. It's his first time he's been building in a little while because he, like me, just has time away every now and then because he gets a little bit. He's got his new fandangled bins now, so he can see a lot better.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He said, I knew the prescription was bad, he said, but I didn't think it had gone that bad.
It's funny when you get new glasses because you don't realise how bad your eyesight is until you actually get the new glasses and you're like, oh, dear God.
Oh, H was saying this when I get my new prescription. She said, they're going to go mad at you, isn't they? And I went, yeah. Especially when they know I've been wearing these clip-on magnifiers just for basic stuff.
Well, I wear them as well, but that's just to magnify. That's not.
Dude, I watched the telly with them on so that I could read the writing. Oh, no. So I could read the writing on the Formula One grid and that because I can't see it on the telly.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
And it's, a 55-inch flat panel, mate. You know what I mean? But I still can't see the bloody writing on the...
It's how they're 2 inches from the screen.
On the tower with the order. I keep saying to her, who's in front? Who's in front? She's like, just wear your flip-ups. She's like, we need to get you down and get your glasses, don't we? I said, yeah.
Yeah, it needs to happen, love.
I was trying to read the Far Cry book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the flip-ups had to come out, mate.
I must admit, I was reading I ordered this Skaven, I suppose you call it a codex, it's the battle tome. I was reading that. And I was reading that with flip-ons, when I have to read books and stuff, or even I was going to say, cooking instructions on, frozen food and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the flip-ups have to come out, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, because they're tiny.
Yeah, it's the world's smallest writing. What's the point of that?
It's like it'll say, it says cook in 90 seconds, which you wouldn't see.
No, not going to see it. I take a photograph of the tin with my phone and zoom in. Yeah.
Oh, I've done that before.
I was so proud of myself doing that. H was like, oh, really?
Yeah,
she does it as well now. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to read a decal I couldn't quite read, and I did that. And I was like, I just did that in my brain. I came up with that idea. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, if it's a warning decal that's a bit small, the phone comes out. I take a picture of the decal on the model. It's like, yeah, it is the right way up.
Yeah. I think I did it because I was looking at some Gundam decals, but they were those ones where they're printed in really bad English.
Yeah.
So they actually make no sense at all.
Yeah. You ever had decal flip round and it's dried and you can see the writing's back to front? That's annoying.
Yeah, you don't notice till you varnish the model.
Yeah, it's like, weathering. Weathering comes in very handy for little miss, yeah. If you're lucky and you haven't glossed it, you can get it to lift again, but...
Yeah, it's like, oh, look, this is where something crashed into a bullet hit the ting, there you go, but big mark, you can't see that decal there.
Yeah, battle damage. Battle damage always works.
let's just, if it's really bad, just drill a little bit of bullet ricochet and put some oil paint staining on there.
Yeah. I'm so glad it's not just me that does that.
Oh God, no. I was building my Freedom. What was I doing? I think my Strike Freedom Gundam.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a commission, and I can't remember which one it was now. But it had the wings on the back, and one of the decals, the decal setting solution had eaten into the varnish.
Oh right, yeah.
So put varnish down. It eaten into the varnish. So when I did like a gunk wash, it had this like brown halo around the decal. I'm like,
oh really? Hello, Panzer, by the way.
Oh,
yeah. Just thought I would take the opportunity to say hello. Hello, mate.
Yep.
Carry on.
So what I did was I just got my oil paints and did a bit of dry brushing and some little spots of oil paint to make like bullet impacts and burn marks. And there you go. Nobody know.
Absolutely.
Because there was no way to fix it without just stripping the whole part off. And I wasn't doing that because...
Nah, there's no point in doing that.
Commission or no commission, I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Because people will always say, why don't you do commissions anymore? Yeah.
Yeah. Having to buy a brand new Master Grade Freedom Gundam just for the pilot figure? No.
Yeah, yeah.
That ain't happening again.
Yeah.
Some tricky bits to get to.
Oh, yeah.
We work out with these little fellas.
I always find it when someone gets their first commission and they're sitting there, they're like, I got a commission. It's like, yeah, you won't want to brag about it in a few years' time when you've had enough of doing them.
Yeah.
Because you'll reach that point. Oh, no, I won't. And then a few years later, yeah, I don't do commissions anymore. Mm.
Yeah, because the first thing is, oh, it's money. It's like, yeah, but then imagine somebody says, here's a load of money. Please build this model that you've got no interest in.
Yeah.
Or please build this model that you've built 10 of already and you never want to do again.
Yeah, you know how much you like doing London buses, Cole? Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I found it was Murphy's Law that basically whatever model you did not enjoy building was the one that people would commission you to build.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely
it's
that,
like,
yeah.
I got so many people asking me to make a Destiny Gundam, and it's like, no, not ever again.
Yeah.
Because it's a horrible kit. Horrible kit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You do, like you say, it's one of those, isn't it? You sort of, someone will say, oh, yeah, you know, I'd like you to do a commission, so you instinctively sort of make that mistake. Oh, what would that be then? Of course, straight away you've shown interest, haven't you?
Yeah.
So that's it. The commission they now in their mind think is definitely on, and you're like,
yeah.
And you're only interested in or curious as to what it is they may want you to do, and then you're like, okay, that isn't what I thought they would want, but
yeah. For some reason, I had lots of people asking me to make, you know, like when you go into someone's office, like a CEO or something, and they've got like that classic like model airplane on the desk, and it's like a solid thing with the windows painted as grey squares, and it's like like you get in a travel agent's the model plane, and they said, "Can you do one of them?" And I'm like, "Why would you ask me that? Where have I ever done anything like that remotely?"
It's funny. A lot of my commissions were civil aircraft, that and boats for some reason.
Yeah. Hey, I got a fantastic collaboration request yesterday. Saying, hi, we've watched the stuff on your channel, and we think you'd be a great collaboration partner. Oh yeah,
wasn't for the LED mirror, was it for makeup?
No, it was for a company that makes handbags.
Yeah, I had the LED makeup mirror one come through as a collaboration.
I didn't have that one. I was like, you will make handbags, and I was like, why? And I know it's just they're just doing it to any channel, but it's like, I know.
Yeah, we watch your channel and we love your content, all of that garbage, and it's like, well, if you'd watched my channel and my content, you would know that there's never been an occasion where I've discussed or ever wanted to do a review on an LED makeup mirror.
Yeah. But and the funny thing is, I have actually had people send me stuff like that, and they've put evidence in the email that they have actually watched my stuff because they mentioned something.
Yeah.
Or we've had a conversation before the pitch, and it's like, this is what we do. And I'm like, I don't I don't do what? No.
Yeah, it does make me giggle when I see them.
On Instagram, I seem to get a lot of things from some pet company. I was like, what the hell? Why am I getting stuff from
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Does make you wonder.
You sit there and you're like, really?
Really? Hey, Cole, do you know what I'm doing? I'm painting fleshy bits.
I'm impressed.
I'm painting fleshy bits right carefully as well. Nice bit of flesh. I'm painting rat skin. Can you guess what colour I'm using?
What?
Rat skin flesh.
I'm so proud of you.
I figured that might be the right colour to use. I just kind of read between the lines, you know. Might need another coat on that one. Okay, painting these might not be quite as fast as I thought.
Is it going well, is it?
No, I'm enjoying it. It's just I thought it'd be a lot quicker. Panzer says, personally, I think Foxx would be great at handbags. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's picking on you already. He's only been in 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Or
These kids today.
That's all right. Mate's just left for work now, bless her.
Heard the car go.
Good God, no, I wouldn't hear the car go.
H has gone to work. Party!
She likes her new car, bless her.
Oh, yeah. She's got a new car now, has she?
Yeah, Lex bought her a car.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying, yeah.
A lovely thing in it for your son to do, buy his mum a car.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
I just love that. Just like,
He's a keeper. Yeah. He's a keeper.
Yeah. He had that proud of your son dad speech that made him cringe, you know what I mean? But I just think it's such a lovely thing to do. It really is, you know.
A lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah, well, you two have done enough for me over the years. He says, the least I could do. Bless you. I fancy buying me a 500 quid model, do you? No, I didn't say that. It was
quid.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah. I just thought it was nice.
No, it was a very nice thing today.
I was touching it.
Oh, yeah.
And she done the old proper mum blubby thing, you know, because mums do like a good blub, don't they? And Lex is like me. Lex isn't a hugger. So as soon as blubbing started, he took that obligatory step backwards because he knew a hug may be incoming.
He's like,
Yeah, whereas Helen and Cal, they're both huggers. They're like Velcro, mate, them two. Bit like Paul Stewart. They can launch a hug from 100 metres back and you don't see it coming until it's about to land on you.
Yeah, by that point, it's just far too late.
Yeah. That's how they are. And she finds it fascinating that me and Lex are like we are. You know, she's like, well, you're just an emotional dead void anyway, she said, but I didn't think Lex would be like it as well.
She knows you're a husk.
Yeah, an emotionless husk, she likes to call it.
I love that phrase.
Brutal, isn't it? But very accurate. I do like the word
husk. It's a very good word.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit like Earth Pig, isn't it? It's up there, isn't it?
Pig, I like that. Earth
Pig. He messaged me once and said, what is that name Helen calls a woodlouse again? It's Earth Pig, mate.
I misremembered it when I thought you said house pig.
Yeah. Earth Pig, mate. Yeah, it's brilliant, and it just works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Next time I see David Attenborough on telly, it'll be like, yeah, can you start calling it an Earth Pig? And my wife.
I know because my wife, I like in America how they call them roly-polies.
Yeah. The Americans have got some great names for things, haven't they?
I've never actually seen one roll up into a bowl.
Haven't you really?
No.
Oh, wow. Just tap the floor. Just tap in front of them, they'll roll up into a ball, mate. Or give them a little nudge. Bink.
Oh, I do like them.
Yeah.
You find them on we've got our landing window ledge upstairs on the, funny enough, on the landing on the stairs. And there's always one puttling around on the window ledge.
Yeah.
It's a bit rotten, that window ledge there, so they're probably living off the bits of wood.
Yeah, like you, we're in an old house, so every now and then they'll venture out from under the skirting board, and it's just like,
I like them.
Just trundle around doing their thing. We just nudge them back to their little home, it's like, that's where you live.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of people would probably kill them. I'm like, no, don't do that. Just nudge them back into where they came from. They're doing no harm.
No, not those little fellas.
It's not as if you're dealing with a termite, is it? You know what I mean? It's a totally different thing.
If I throw them out, like if they're in the kitchen or somewhere, they're just going to... Because the thing is with the house, for most insects, the house is an arid, dry environment where they're just going to die.
Yeah.
So if I find one, I throw out, I'll take them out and put them out in some leaf litter, which is where they live.
Yeah, exactly. But
there's some leaf litter where they can get
things
some
like
food.
the woodlouse and that, they're doing no harm. I'll just leave them be. Like, go and do
The thing is, right, woodlice, because they're isopods. Isopods are so cool.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever see that deep sea isopod, it's like about a foot long. Oh, brilliant. But apparently, they make great pets, isopods.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because they come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them can be like, several centimetres long. And they make great, you put them in a tank and you just feed them leaf litter. It's great, bits of wood. It can be all pretty colours and everything.
That's just something different, isn't it?
Yeah, I recommend watching videos on isopods. They're quite fascinating.
Oh, it's like the people that have the ant colonies, isn't it? It's fascinating. I know Vincent used to have one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, just sit there transfixed, watching them do their thing.
Do the anti-business.
Yeah. They wouldn't come out, and I'd be like, they've been antisocial, Vince. He just looked at me and he went, really? He says, you went there? Yes, I did, Vince.
Yeah,
you know that look Vincent could give when he was disappointed in you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it goes beyond disappointed parent.
Yeah, Vince is a lovely fella. He's our friend from Belgium, but he has a way of looking at you with disapproval that just makes you melt, doesn't it? It's just like,
You're like, I'll go and get my coat.
Yeah, I disappointed for you, he says. Yeah, all right, Vince. I was winding him up the other day. I sent him a Trump meme because we all know Vincent loves Donald Trump. If you don't know Vincent, he's our friend from Belgium, but he can go into the odd occasional slightly political rant.
Yeah, from which there's no return.
For me, knowing there's an election year coming up on the US, I sent him a Donald Trump meme. And that was it. I just unleashed the last 4 years of inner rage that he's had pent up over.
He unleashed the beast.
Yeah. So it's like, Vince, get over it, mate. Get over it. Oh, mate, the Wiv Foxx was legendary, mate.
You just lit the blue touch paper and let him go. Come on.
Exactly. He said, you did it on purpose, didn't you? Because you wanted me to erupt. I went, yeah, I've missed it, mate.
Like, duh. You think, Denozo?
He said, I will get you back. I said, I know. I said, but it was fun. Good wibble, Vince, by the way. Good wibble. Release your inner Vincent.
I just legitimately got to use the phrase, you think, Denozo.
I know. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Mind you did use a Gib meme the other day. Which I was, would that be a Giphy Gib?
The funny thing is, I was trying to look for a Gibbs slap meme and a Gibbs stare meme, and the memes I found, I only found 2, and I posted one and you posted the other one.
I know, it's brilliant,
all the others were rubbish.
Those are the only 2 good ones I could find. Now where we finish each other's sentences, it's all getting a little bit weird, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
You know. When H says, you spent too much time with the well-spoken man.
There's no such thing as too much time.
Yeah. Like, bless. She still calls you the well-spoken man. It's so sweet.
This is acceptable. If you suddenly start getting a craving for corduroy, then you know you spent too much time with me.
She already threatens to buy me beige just to wind me up.
I would.
She's a cow bag, mate. She really is.
Well, if it gets to the point of beige slacks, then, yeah, that's divorce territory.
Yeah. There was a Christmas where she bought me a beige jacket and a beige flat cap with a corduroy panel just to wind me up. It's like, really?
Oh, really?
It's just cruel.
That's actually spousal abuse, I think.
So many names were called. She just sat there laughing at me. Yeah, shall take them back in the new year, she says. I said, I can't believe you did that. It was just so funny.
I'll take them back in the new year, she lied.
Yeah. She has a pet hate for Henry Hoovers, right?
All right.
Now, my missus destroys Henry Hoovers on a very regular basis because they end up 90% of the time airborne. I can't use the exact words she calls them, but they get stuck behind things. So, mate, H being H, she just gives the almighty yank on the cable, which either rips it clean out the Hoover or the Hoover will go airborne, ends up hitting things. And, so all kinds of Henry abuse gets happening. Well, she was having a Henry rant. So I bought, like our bench Hoovers.
Yeah.
I bought her one of those that's a Henry. The language and names that I got called, but she still got it. It's in her changing room. So,
yeah. Well, when we've got a Henry here at home.
Yeah.
Our Hoover died years ago, so we went and got a Henry.
Yeah.
Because I used to use one at work, and it's like, you know what? Let's just get Henry.
They're bulletproof.
We went to the shop, and they had little ones about that big.
Yeah.
Which is probably the same. I don't know if that's the same one you're talking about.
Yeah.
In the window, and I'm like, I want one of them. So I said to the guy, I said, can I get one of them? And it's only a display model. They don't actually sell them.
Yeah.
I was like, so they must have since started doing that.
Yeah, I got mine off of the, what's his name? Amazon. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
But,
they must have had enough inquiries over the years to be like, you know what, we should actually stop making these.
Oh, yeah, apparently they sell really well.
Yeah. The guy in the shop was like, no, it's just a dummy one to put in the shop window.
Yeah. I said it makes up for the beige jacket. She says, all right, your birthday's coming. Damn it.
Yeah, nothing makes up for the beige jacket. Anyway, so when you send me this beige jacket...
Yeah. Yeah, your penchant and wantings for corduroy is a bit concerning, but doesn't surprise me because you've turned into waistcoat man, haven't you? So
yeah, well, the thing is, it's the Carl Sagan link. That's what it is. That's my excuse. That's my out.
Does that mean you're going to turn up on E-Models then wearing a roll neck jumper? You are, aren't you?
No, I don't own a roll neck jumper. A claret coloured roll neck turtleneck thing.
Yeah, you will.
I don't own such a thing.
You will then.
No, such a thing is not in my wardrobe.
Yeah, but you'd be so happy if it was.
I wouldn't complain.
There you go, see? You're sold already, haven't you?
It's Carl Sagan, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Candy Grab says you've never seen one rolled up in a ball. Just pick one up. Exactly, Jeff. They go into bubble self-preservation mode, don't they, mate?
I think they're awesome. They're so adorable. This is roly-polies, not Carl Sagan's. Yeah. I'm sure Carl Sagan's can be adorable as well, but...
Legends, mate, Carl Sagan's. Yep. Legends. It's one of those, if ever there was a person you'd like to bring back, it would be Carl Sagan, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How cool would it be, you know?
Oh, sniffles, I do apologise.
That's all right, mate. It's been pestering you for the evening, innit? The sniffles again, mate.
Yeah.
Still, our technology seemed to have lasted, mate, after our little pre-show run around. It's done to keep us on our toes, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure whatever it was that was giving me grief, he's probably still having a problem. It's just luckily it's not my microphone or my camera.
Yeah.
So it's not actually affecting my stream content.
Haven't had a recent Windows update, have you, mate?
Not that I know of.
Anyone else own an Xbox had issues since the last Xbox update out? You've had some display issues, haven't you? I had a couple one night. It's like,
apparently, I had some problem with Dolby Vision, but apparently that's quite common, so I just turned it off.
Yeah. I should wonder why it was on there, really, because, like I say, if you can do without it, it's obviously unnecessary garnish.
Well, no, it's an app you can install. Well, it's not an app; it's built into the OS, but it's an alternative to HDR. It's like a slightly more curated version of HDR.
Oh right, yeah.
So you can set your game, you can set your console to have it, and then some games actually are compatible with Dolby Vision, so they programmed it in.
Yeah.
So if it can do a Dolby Vision, it will turn that on, and it'll give you that version of HDR. But if it hasn't, it'll just install an HDR 10.
Yeah.
But it just falls over sometimes. It does look quite good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks pretty good. It's a bit more vibrant.
Yeah.
A bit more colourful than HDR, but not quite as vibrant. Ugh.
Right. Put that on the clips. How are we doing? Coming up to 25.
Get on your clips.
Coming up to 25 past, so we'll come off round about half past-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Or thereabouts. Lets folks get off and do what they want. Also, it lets us come off air and stretch and do our thing. So
Poops. Or not, maybe. I don't know.
No, dear.
No? Okay. No poops.
Yeah. Nice try, though. Seem to have an unhealthy obsession with poops.
Hey. Try looking after an 83-year-old. It's like having a 4-year-old sometimes. It's the same issues.
Yeah. Oh, yes, they've got a unique way about them, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Everyone's saying hello to Panzer. How you been, Panzer, anyway, mate? How you been keeping well, mate? It's been a while since we've caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you're all right, mate. So we're just adjusting that down a tad. Making that weld all the way along.
I like the way this guy's got like a hood over his head, but the very tip of his snout sticks out.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's got little holes for his eyes and then a big hole for his snout.
So would that be a snood? See what I did?
Snood. See what he did there. Snood.
Let's bung a bit of extra fin along there just to let that bite. Beautiful, beautiful Tamiya two-piece mud guards that they seem to love doing on every can motorbike.
You're having fun with that, aren't you? Are you regretting your vintage Tamiya bike building journey now?
No, not at all. You seem to think I regret building Tamiya bikes, but no, I've got no regrets. It's just sometimes how they machine parts or make them, you question it. It's like they can do a one-piece fairing, but they can't do a one-piece fuel tank and a one-piece mudguard.
Yeah.
But it gets you to use the skills of de-seaming. So.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I have no regrets. I don't regret building gifts. Sling that up in there. Surprised at how quick they're going together, to be honest with you. But then, don't take much to figure out how to build these, does it? They're not rocket science.
Yeah, if you know your bikes, they're probably, you know what you're doing.
Do it with your eyes shut, really.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's radiator. This is a regular Panagani I'm doing, so no choppage needed on this one.
Choppage denied. Of course, this tickly cough was denied.
Yeah, it's messing you about, isn't it? Right. Well, I seem to have reached that healthy place. How you doing, mate?
Oh yeah, I'm just painting fleshy bits, if you pardon the expression, so I can stop any time.
No worries.
I shall work more on these over the weekend, I think.
Yeah, you're having fun there, mate, ain't you? I've been doing a lot of buildy this last month. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, well, it's time for some painty now.
Yeah, you've been missing it, ain't you?
Yeah, I do the painting, not the buildy, so you know how I go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. let's just put the destructions away for the night.
I think I enjoyed doing all the little fine bits of painting on that orc war boss, which I've not really done much of before, so that's why I was looking forward to painting these, because it's all fine little organic bits.
Yeah.
Which is totally different from painting, like, vehicles and tanks and stuff.
Yeah, put that under there so I remember where they are.
It's like you get the heebie-jeebies when you're putting the base colours down because they can look terrible, but once you start making it all come together, you feel much better. At least that's what it was like for me.
Yeah. Right. Okie dokie then, folks.
Brush down.
We'll wrap up for the night and let you all get off and do your thing. I'll be back on Sunday with Dangerous doing the Sunday brunch.
Yes.
Massive thanks again for everyone that's come in tonight, and again, many thanks for your generosity, folks, as well, for the super chats. It really does help keep the channel going. It helps keep the channel alive and keeps the content coming. So yeah. Just,
like I said before, Festa's not just for Christmas, but for life.
Absolutely. So far on the triples, we have got the Suzuki done and ready to prime. We got the Honda NSR ready to prime. We've started just on this one, the Panigale, folks. So going to be quite a bit of painty, primey finish coats going on and bike assembly going on. So yeah. So that's what I've been up to.
Nice.
And yes, Claptrap is visible. Claptrap.
I love that. But in the time you've built 3 motorbikes, I've done a little tiny bit of painting.
Yeah, so
but I've got my base colour browns down. You can see them there, the base colour, different browns and greys.
Yes.
I'm just starting to paint the fleshy bits. It's going to take a couple of coats because that rat skin flesh is actually quite a transparent colour. So,
do they have a vehicle that goes with them? Because if they do, would that be a rat rod?
No, but they've got a big catapult.
A ratapole.
A big. Well, it's a big gun thing, but
yeah, a ratapole.
They do have a thing. They do have a thing called a doom wheel, but
it's good enough. Nothing wrong with having a doom wheel. Wheel of doom.
So, wheel of doom. So I paint the fleshy bits. I'm going to fettle with the browns a bit, just to make the flesh and the brown of the fur have a kind of jaggedy effect. So it looks like the fur ends. So I'll have to work on that a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy painting those little fellas.
Yeah,
it'll be my weekend work, I think.
Nice one, mate. It's looking good, mate. Well, like I said, a big thanks for everyone that's coming. And I look forward to seeing you all on a Sunday with Dangerous doing our Sunday show. Don't forget, won't be streaming Easter Sunday, folks. We're having the weekend off. So, yeah.
Yes.
Got anything planned?
No. I'm going to try and do some... I'm going to get these do more painting of these over the weekend. And I've kept 3 of them aside, so I'll be doing filming of one of the bog standard clan rats, the grey seer, and one of the big storm fiends. I'll be filming one of them, painting them as well, because I want to get these painted as big as possible. So I've got a big dude and one of these little dudes, and the grey seer that I'm put to one side to paint on camera. So
nice one, mate. Once I've
got these done, I'll get them painted.
Brilliant. Well, I'm now going into Xbox mode for tomorrow. I should be chilling out on that tomorrow at some point. So,
what are you going to play? You're going to play your hunty game?
Yeah, of course I will, mate. Yeah, I've got to go and feed Gary, mate, because he's going to be about 8 ounces time I go there. You know what I mean?
It'll be just withered husk.
Yeah, it'd be like a stain on the floor, won't he, where he once was. But so yeah, so I should be doing that. It's my way of relaxing now, and it works. So go for it. So. Yeah, look forward to seeing you on the next one, folks. Until then, stay safe and well. Thanks for all your continued support, folks. Stay well, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.
Adios, amigos.
Hey, kid. Don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I used them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down,